completed for Declan Rice, £105 million. I didn't believe it was going to happen. I thought we was not going to get the player, but it looks like Arsenal are going to seal Declan Rice alongside Havertz. That's also been announced today. I didn't think we was going to get him. Man City have pulled out. They seem to not want to pay over the odds, which is very Man City. They will not go over the odds. And it looks like Arsenal are the front runners and will seal Declan Rice coming to Arsenal. For me, I think this is a great signing. I don't know why we were haggling. We definitely could have got the player a lot sooner. We knew what the asking price was. We were definitely in for the player in January. We knew how much he wanted in terms of the personal wages that he wanted, the agent fees, and how much West Ham wanted for the player. At the end of the day, I'm not going to be too annoyed that it's taking this long as we get the player over the line. And it looks like Declan Rice is going to be an Arsenal player, and I'm happy because we definitely needed somebody else that could rival Partey, if not is better than Partey. And Declan Rice, for me, I'm more than happy to have him. Let's go to you, Mo, because we haven't heard from you a long time, and I'm getting feedback. I don't know which one it is. Who am I getting feedback from? I'm getting a bit of rattling. Fuad, it's you. Yeah? Is it you? Or is it Bobby? It's Bobby. It's Bobby. Listen, let's go to Fuad while Bobby sorts that out. Fuad, what do you make of Declan Rice coming to Arsenal? £105 million. Are you happy? Do you think we've overpaid? What do you make of the signing?
Oh, bro, you know what, bro? I'm so happy we got Declan Rice. He was our number one signing. We've been linked with him since 1987. I'm only joking, people. We've been linked with him all winter, throughout the season from January, and I'm happy we got him. Yeah, he's a good player. The price tag that's what West Ham asked for, and we always criticize the club. Just pay the money. They've paid the money. They've got their number one target. They've sent they've sent a statement that we're here to stay. And I'm happy with Declan Rice. I think Declan Rice will be amazing for Arsenal. But me personally, I think when they say he's going to be a future captain, the future means next week, so make him captain. Jamie, I think he should be captain straight away because he's got that experience.
So you better trust your boy Odegaard, yeah?
I love Odegaard, but bro, what's the point of saying future captain? Just give it to him. Where'd you get it coming from? New season, new captain. Makes sense, don't it? I love Odegaard.
That's calm. I'm over the moon with the Declan Rice signing.
Do you agree with me on that? Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm a bit harsh, or do you think sometimes you have to they said to him, "You're coming to be our future captain." Well, he's there. Give it to him.
Yeah, because he's a captain that's actually led his team to a major honor. 100%. He becomes captain over Odegaard. I don't even know why Odegaard got the captaincy, because I feel like certain players in this team, like Jesus, like Partey, have won things, major honors for their clubs, and actually led their clubs to major silverware. So I don't understand why Odegaard was the captain, because he ain't led no one to nothing. So, at the end of the day, I don't want to turn it into the Odegaard show, but at the end of the day, I'm happy with Declan Rice. This is exactly what we should have done. But let's not be fooled. Arsenal are getting the player because Man City have opted out of it. If Man City kept bidding, and if Man City really wanted the player and really wanted to put the money down, he's going Man City. Yeah? And this is we're more getting Declan Rice because Man City opted out of overbidding than Arsenal being that extreme pull that gets Declan Rice away from Man City. They opted out of getting Declan Rice. Do you get what I'm saying? So as much as I'm happy, we cannot continue to drag our feet when we're going after our key signings. Caicedo looks like he's going to Chelsea, and we opted out of it, which is ridiculous, And then with Declan Rice, it's not like Man City are going, all right, you lot bidded 105, we're putting 120. They haven't. They've opted out, and which is why we're getting Declan Rice. But using that tactic, in the end, in previous seasons, we didn't get Vlahovic, we didn't get Mudryk, we didn't get João Felix, we didn't get Buendia, we didn't get Draxler, we didn't get Higuain, we didn't get Benzema. But there's a lot of players that when we do this kind of haggling and taking our time and all this bucadia that we do, dragging our feet, we don't get the player. Am I happy that we got the player? Of course. How can I sit here and not be happy that we're getting Declan Rice? How can I not be? He's a top player, and I think he's a player that's on course to becoming world-class. I don't think he's world-class at the moment, but he's on course to becoming world-class, So I'm happy with the signing, and I'm happy that we're doing our business very early. We're going for Timber. We're going for, we went for Havertz, even though I don't rate it. We're doing it early. You know how Arsenal are. We leave it last minute. We're going for Declan Rice. The only thing that annoys me with Declan Rice is we didn't make sure that we closed the deal down and there was no other team that could come in for him because we got the deal sealed in and done. We allowed Man City to enter the bid. Man City are the one that decided, you know what? Nah, we're not paying that. We're not paying that kind of wage. We're not paying the asking fee. We don't value him over 100 mil. We're opting out. But does any of you, I'm going to go to you, Mo. If Man City really wanted the player, do you think he's coming to Arsenal or do you think he's going to Man City? If they really wanted to be in a bidding war.
So if it comes down to purely on finances, City would have won it if they wanted to. They've got bigger resources. But the thing is, we've got to bear in mind, City don't do bidding wars. They didn't do it when it came to Alexis Sanchez. They want the player to want to come to them. I think the fact that we left it late to tinker with the bids isn't such a bad thing. I think what people got to understand is City knew who... It's not like people seem to think that City only bid because Arsenal had the second bid rejected. Not a chance. City knew... They know who Declan Rice is. They knew he was available. They knew bids were going to go in. Everything. It wasn't a case of we took a bit too long to bid the second, third. They thought, what we'll do is we'll test West Ham's appetite, see if they'll accept it. And if they do, hopefully the player will want to come to us. City would have realised that Declan Rice wants to go to Arsenal. And then they probably thought, you know what? The only way we're going to win this player is by forcing him through to us. So they backed out. But in terms of, did we do the right thing? I think we've done, to be honest, this is the one deal I'd say has been a perfect deal for us because we've gone in and it's only a few months ago where we lost the likes of João Felix, Mudryk to Chelsea because we wouldn't bid that extra bit. So if that means, as much as I'd like to be critical of Edu, if he's learnt from the last window to this one, which is clearly what it means, he's gone from January to now and learned that, you know what, I will put in what the club wants and I'll meet their target. And this time we weren't up against Chelsea in shit form. We're up against Man City, who just won the treble. So I think as much as I dislike Edu at times, I think he's really picked up a... And the fact that it looks like Timber's done, I think that's reinforced. And one of the things I think we've got to be really honest about with the Declan Rice deal, and I know we spoke about Granit Xhaka and all that kind of stuff. What we've done is what Liverpool should have done 3 years ago. So they knew their players were hitting 30. They didn't replace them at the right times. We know the core of our midfield are 30, and we've gone in and we've replaced it just in time so that if you think in a year's time, Partey's 32 and his performances are already dwindling, we've acted ahead of time. So if we're looking at our midfield, I still don't know about the whole dynamics, but I think Partey is a great player, but I think Declan Rice is better than him. He's more athletic, carries the ball better out. And I was listening to a lot of interviews as well from like people that have been talking about him. Jack Wilshere said when he was over at West Ham, he's got brilliant feet on him. He can really finish, but he's not been given those chances. So he scored, 4 Premier League goals last year? If he can add another 7 with us, that's 11 goals from there. So you add these goals up, but you look at how he intercepts the ball. He's light years ahead of anybody we've got. So if we're reinforcing that back line and we've got somebody with, I know you both said he's got captain characteristics. Let's be honest. Yeah, they won the Conference League, but they were fighting relegation all season. So he's not a leader that's going to drag you up the table. Yeah, they played that Conference League wasn't unbelievable. It wasn't a Champions League. They played Fiorentina in the final. Let's be honest here, guys. He's not gonna win the Champions League. Yeah. They were in the relegation zone for the most of the season. So people saying, "Oh, he's Captain Marvel. He's like Tony Adams." Is he bollocks? They were in relegation zone all season.
Less than that, Bobby. Less than that. I have to count out. First things first, bro. Big up my brother from Southern Ghana, Matty, my brother. Big up, brother. You know I love you. Bobby, no, the idea of him is you got to understand. He knows how to play under pressure. Do you know when you fight that relegation battle, it's like fighting for the league title. Because you got 2 choices. You either stay up or you go down. You go down, the fans are on you. You stay up, the fans love you. But what he did, he's helped West Ham stay up. And on top of all that, with all that pressure, because everyone thought West Ham were done and dusted at one point, but he thought, no, he kept his team going. Then they got to the final. For Arsenal fans, yeah, it don't look big, but bro, you want to ask them West Ham fans, he kept them in the Premier League, and on top of all that, he got him silverware. Now imagine him around superstars. That's what you got to look at.
I agree.
The teams around, you know, he ain't playing for the best team in the league.
Superstars is a bit of a stretch. When you're calling
out, but they're going up in level, isn't he? He's going up in level.
That's a bit of a stretch.
No, but he's going up in level, isn't he? You know, you're going from
definitely going up a level. He's definitely going up a level. He's got a better injury record than Partey. Yeah, he's British, which does help. Even though I hate to admit it, obviously it does because you need some homegrown players, and he's a homegrown player that's actually quality. Do I think he's world class? No. Is this fan base going to overhype them? Of course. All of a sudden, Declan Rice coming to Arsenal, all of a sudden he's this and that. But they were saying that Thomas Partey is better than him and better than Caicedo. Sorry, not Caicedo, Casemiro. Yeah. At the end of the day, for me, we can't rely on Partey. Partey is good for 5-6 games, but during the season he gets injured. Sometimes he comes out of form. And Declan Rice, for me, is a bonus for that. A lot of times he's not injured. He's captain. He doesn't shy away from his responsibility, and he makes things look simple. That's one thing I like about Declan Rice. Defensive midfielders, I like them to make things look simple. When you look at Casemiro, he makes the most complicated things look simple. Yeah. When you look at Busquets, the most complicated things, they make it look simple. Yeah. Because they're supposed to gain control of the midfield. And that is what I want from my defensive midfielder. Somebody that's sitting in front of the back line. And I think this is a great signing. I actually think that, you know, I can't criticize the club when they go out there and do the signings that I want and get the business done that I want. The only thing I can look at it and say is, as much as I'm happy with the signing, I don't think this was a deal that was completely in our hands because we allowed Man City to come in and put bids in and test West Ham resolve. And like Mo just said, sorry, not Mo, Bobby just said, if Man City really wanted to push it and really wanted to spend the money, they could have. Yeah, they could have outbidded us. How much did they gain for winning the Champions League? How much did they win for winning the Premier League? On top of that, they've got oil-rich owners. If they really wanted to, they would outbid us. We need to stop getting ourselves in a position where certain teams want to opt out. We just get the player and snatch it from the player. In this circumstance, it's worked for us. A lot of people are going to look at it and say, oh, Northside, you're being negative. But how many transfers can I name? Yeah, and I can name off 5, 6 or 7 off the top of my head where we allowed our rivals to come in and take that player from us because we didn't assert ourselves, get the business over the line and pay the money. Ultimately, if you pay the money, you get the player. I'm happy that Declan Rice is here. And ultimately, I think it's a great addition. Havertz now. We're going to move on to Havertz. Havertz now has been announced and revealed. This is a signing now that I think is absolutely pathetic. I think the timing is great. I think the way we actually went around the Havertz deal, if we went for the Declan Rice deal in the same manner, I would have been more impressed. Havertz deal, we didn't dibble-dabble. It didn't take us months of talking to the player, talking to the agent, talking to the selling club. We went out there. How much is Havertz? Right. We're putting the bid. We paid the money. We got the player. It's not rocket science. I'm sick and tired of this bucaria out here that we have to underbid and second bid and third bid. All you do with this, with your third, fourth, and fifth bid is allow your rivals to come in and show more ambition, put the money down on the table, know how much the valuation of the player is, and nip that player from you. We saw it last season with Mudryk and João Felix. Yeah, and João Felix was on wages. It wasn't even that we're buying him. That was on wages for long. Do you know what I mean? So we need to learn from that. The way we did the Havertz deal so swiftly, that is how I expect a club of our stature to be doing business. You find out how much they want, how much the player wants, the agent wants, the selling club wants. You go in, you put the money, you get the player over the line. That's it. If you underbid, I'm expecting an underbid of maybe 5 million plus add-ons. But you don't be underbidding 20 million, 50 million, 30 million for players that are highly sought after. Let's be real. Declan Rice is more highly sought after than Havertz. Man City went in for Havertz. So when you're going after a player that is highly sought after, do you think the selling club are stupid? Yeah. And if we need some more world-class players, we've got Declan Rice. Yeah. It looks like we're going to get Timber over the line. I don't expect us to be going for no more Havertz. Havertz is Project Youth. Havertz is phase 4, phase 3. Yeah. A player that will come good with years to come. I don't need that. We are ahead of schedule, right? So I need players that will guarantee me performances. Declan Rice will guarantee us performances. 8s out of 10, 9s out of 10. He knows the league. He's performed in Europe. He's a winner. He's captained his team to winning in Europe. That is somebody that I want in my team. I don't want to Havertz that he may come good, he may not. Because all these players that may come good or may come not were on the bench last season, and this fan base come out and said they're dead wood. Those are we had a thin squad. Well, the thin squad is full of Nuntavaj, that is Project Youth, yeah, or Phase 4, yeah, may come good. Fabio Vieira, that may come good. Lokonga, that may come good. ESR, that may come good. Eddie Nketiah, that may come good. I don't need no more players that may come good. We need proven world-class or thereabouts, yeah? That is what we need. We're going up against a treble winning side. Just deep that. Treble winning side. So when I'm critical of Havertz and Havertz getting announced, I don't back the player until he gives me something to back. Yeah? Ramsdale, I didn't back him. Once he gave me something to back and I could see the consistent performances, I changed my mind. I don't mind being wrong. But I need to see something that actually shows me that you're worth it. Havertz isn't world-class. He isn't a world-class assister. He isn't a world-class finisher. He ain't world-class reading at the game. He ain't world-class at nothing. Yeah? We're hoping and praying, but we hoped and prayed that Pepe will come good. He didn't. Marquinhos, we're still yet to see. Nketiah, still yet to see. El Nene was a Project Youth player. He was a project player that may come good. Yeah? Rob Holding was another one. There's too many. Cedric, Tomiyasu. There's too many at this club. But give me proven winners. We finished second.
He's a proven winner.
We got Champions League. I'm not happy with this Havertz deal. I'm happy of how we maneuvered to get the deal done. I'm not happy with the player because he's not the profile that we need. We need better than Jesus, and Jesus ain't even good enough for us to win the league. Otherwise, we would have won the league last season. Ain't good enough, bro. What do you, man, think of Havertz?
Who's going first? You want to go first, Bobby, or you?
Yeah. The thing with Havertz is I agree with you completely, and I like the fact that you said that north side. So he's not proven. He's not guaranteed to come in. And I do trust Arteta a bit within his judgment. But when you said you trusted him on Ramsdale, do you know how people are holding Partey accountable at this moment in time? They're saying Partey messed up in those games. So did Ramsdale. Does nobody remember the mistakes? How shit was Ramsdale at periods that season? That wasn't because he's tired. That's because he's not world class. He might become world class, but then again, we had a world class keeper with us. We had somebody that won the World Cup, and we got rid of him, and we brought Ramsdale in. And don't get me wrong, Ramsdale's a great cheerleader, and I think he's a good keeper. And I know this won't be a popular opinion because he's a really light guy and everything like that, but he's not an Emi Martinez. He's not an Alisson. He's not an Edison. Who did we lose this season to? We lost it to Man City. Who did they have? Alisson. And if we think Havertz is good enough, it's going to be a lot of luck. If we think Havertz is going to come in and be as good as a Man City midfielder, if he's good, he's got to be as good as, like Northside said, to start for Man City. If he's going to start for Arsenal, he's got to be good or better than the Man City players. And we all know right now, he's not good enough to be an Arsenal player. So forget about being a Man City winning player. He might become it on a look and a draw. They can say, oh, he's been playing out of position and stuff like that. He's 6'3". I give him that. But he's not like a physical 6'3". He's lanky. He's not, unless he's going to bulk up or something over the summer, I don't know. But I don't think he's a world-class addition, and that's what we should be looking for. Don't get me wrong, I don't think Timber's a world-class addition, but he's a backup squad player. And the fact that Arteta turned around and said he's joining the midfield, he's not joining he's not starting as part of the front three. He's starting where Xhaka's going to be starting. So it's going to be Xhaka, Rice, and Odegaard. I don't know. He's shit defensively. Everyone knows that. Are they thinking that Declan Rice is going to plug every single snuff every attack out, and that therefore we can go full throttle? We'll have to see, but I don't think he's a world-class addition at all.
It's selective, Bobby. This fan base is very selective. When it's Tierney, oh, Arteta doesn't want to play him because he's injury prone. Oh, we don't mind getting rid of him. Okay, by that basis and that definition, all this fan base should be up for getting rid of ESR, but yet they want to give him another season. Yeah, Tierney's more available for more games than ESR. So why does ESR get off the hook? Because at the end of the day, we're saying we got a light squad. Well, certain players are taking wages. We can't afford to pay what Man City pay. So then we have to be smart with where we waste our money. If Tierney's deemed not good enough within this fan base, why is ESR deemed good enough and should be given another chance when this guy is never available? This is what I don't like. It's not universal. Now that we're getting Rice, I'll get rid of Partey. Well, hold on. Last season, they were saying that Partey, all the Arsenal fans, the majority of them online, were saying that Partey is better than Casemiro. So if he's better than Casemiro, they were putting him ahead of Declan Rice because Declan Rice was in the Premier League and they said that Partey is the best CDM. Why are we getting rid of him? The problem here is it's not consistent. It's not consistent the way that we judge players here at Arsenal as a fan base. And at the end of it, I just feel like this. Partey should stay. We should not be getting rid of Partey. Declan Rice is a great addition. Like you said, we will get onto Timber in a minute. But Kai Havertz, for me, just goes in that whole list, that bunch of players that Arteta is trying to get the best out of, but can't. And this is the thing I said about Havertz, yeah? Arteta is not able to get the best out of Fabio Vieira, Lokonga, Nuntavaj, Marquinhos, Eddie Nketiah, yeah? Because our winger, Trossard, was playing ahead of him, even though he was fit and out of position as a striker instead of Eddie Nketiah, even though this manager renewed his contract, yeah? And Pepe was booked out, gone on loan. Why can't you get the best out of Pepe? Because that's a record signing. And if there's any player in this squad that we need you to get the best out of, is Pepe, due to the investment in wages and breaking our transfer record. If you're so great at getting the best out of players, why are you not getting the best out of Pepe? Because I'll tell you what, Pepe does take a long time on the ball. Pepe does sometimes frustrate you that you want him to be more direct. But I'll tell you what, Pepe is a better finisher than Martinelli. Pepe, yeah, is up there in terms of finishing with Saka.
Pepe's shit, bro. He's dead, man. Come on, bro. He's dead.
The only thing I don't like about Pepe, yeah, I've seen Pepe score goals outside the box, in the box. I've seen him cut in, first time, slap it in. Do you know what? Do you know why the Premier League don't suit Pepe? He haggles on the ball way too long. He dribbles on the ball way too long. He's not as direct. In the Premier League, you need directness. Mo Salah, yeah, you had players like Mo Salah, Saka now performing, Martinelli performing because they don't haggle on the ball. They are direct, and you need directness. Pepe wants to take on one player, dribble around. He takes way too long to release the ball, way too long to look at play and know when Jesus is making a run, Saka's making a run, when to release it, when not to. And he takes too long. And when we're trying to play counter-attacking football, he takes way too long on the ball. That is my problem with Pepe. But when you actually see his quality of finishing, the guy is a finisher. Yeah, but everything else towards his game is the way he plays football. He haggles on the ball way too long. He takes too long, and he allows defenders to sit back and put two banks of four against him. Yeah, so he has quality there because at the end of the day, when we got Arteta, this is the last thing I'm gonna say on it. When we got Arteta, yeah, Sterling, we were told that Sterling became the player he was because of Arteta. Sterling ain't a world-class finisher. If you don't give Sterling the ball in the box, Sterling ain't going to, outside the box, top bins, slap it in. There's a lot of errors to Sterling's game.
Yeah, but the thing is, though,
there's a lot of improvements in Pepe's game that Sterling don't have. Yeah, one thing that Sterling has against him, though, Sterling reads the game better.
Bring back, okay,
Sterling is quicker in making his decisions, but in terms of the way he finishes the ball and the way he strikes the ball and the quality and the differences of scoring, if Sterling isn't scoring a tap-in, he ain't doing nothing. Yeah, I've seen Pepe slap it in top bins, bro. Do you get it? So why can you work with a player like Sterling, but you can't work with a player like Pepe?
Yeah, but bro,
and then people are trying to tell me that he's going to work with Havertz and get the best out of him. I'm not buying it.
Yeah, but there's a difference, bro. See, you're missing a point, bro. See, this is the problem. Is you're missing. Let's talk. When you talk about things, I want to say my shit on Havertz. All right, Havertz you can work with him, bro, because there's a player in him. You know, you're all forgetting the point. Don't get me wrong. Look at the manager he's been under. He's been under fucking Frank Lampard. All right, Frank Lampard. He went under Tuchel. And he won the Champions League with him. They gave him Graham Potter. Then he went back with Lampard. The boy he hasn't played in a system where it's been stable, bro. So
no, you can't.
No, seriously. What system with Chelsea playing? No. But and the difference is, you're all saying no. But name me, you can't say he's not a big player because he's done it on the biggest platform in the Champions League final. We haven't got a player who could go to Anfield and win. We haven't got a player who can step against Man City and say, you know what, I'm not scared of these.
And I ask you a question about Havertz. You're saying, yeah, that he hasn't played in a system that gets the best out of him, yeah? That's what you're saying, yeah?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying, bro, he's coming to a club where it's stable, where it's a philosophy, where a kind of football, and he's coming in to adapt. And I don't know where, do you know, Bobby, do you know that rumor when he said Arteta is going to play him number 8? I don't think he is, bro. I think he's going to play him as a false 9, bro.
No, bro, he's going straight into midfield, even Arteta. He might go as a false 9, but
false
then...
9, bro.
Okay, but do you know what it is, Bobby? I've been thinking about this. All this argument about Havertz. Oh, he hasn't been playing in a system that gets the best out of him, this and that, yeah? I don't see nothing about Havertz as a player. Forget the system, forget everything else. As quality of a player, I've not seen anything that I think is remarkable, yeah? Aubameyang wasn't a complete player, but you give him the ball in that box, 9 times out of 10, he's burying it. Yeah, so I don't need a player to have every attribute, but I need to see you have at least 1 or 2 attributes that I think, 1 or 2 attributes that I think are exceptional for me to say, okay, we play to your strengths and I can see it. Havertz, I don't see it. The question is, would you take Benteke at Arsenal? You probably wouldn't, yeah? Yeah, but you wouldn't say, oh, wait, hold on. There's nothing about Benteke's game that you think is exceptional, yeah? That is worth you saying, you know what? Let's play to his strengths and then we'll get the best out of him. Do you know why? Because as an individual, you don't see enough quality as an individual to say, I would risk changing the way I play or play to his strengths that he's going to deliver. A player still has to have quality. It's all great.
He has got quality.
Yeah? No, hold on. Let me just land and I'll let
You're
you
making
go.
it like you should, bro.
I'll mute myself. There is nothing about Havertz's game that is exceptional that I would risk playing to his strengths and think that he would deliver. That is the problem. There are players like Iwobi, players like Benteke, players like this, like Lindelof, that you think, wait, hold on. Would you take him at Arsenal? No. Yeah? Why? Because you don't see nothing spectacular about their game that warrants you saying, let me take a risk. Yeah? There are some players that you think, okay, cool. I can see that this player has this attribute and that attribute that's exceptional. I can see it's world-class and I can identify and I can put it into words what he does that is exceptional. Bring him into the team and I'll play into that attribute and he'll be world-class. Like a Mitrovic. Mitrovic isn't world-class, but you can see that he's world-class in the air. You give him the ball, you cross him the ball, 9 times out of 10 he's putting it in the back of the net. There is nothing that you can tell me about Havertz that's exceptional that we should be playing to his strengths that is going to make us go to the next level.
We're not nothing
exceptional about his game. So Havertz is the equivalent of Benteke. Both players have nothing exceptional about them, yet you're taking a risk in because Havertz is young and he's journey.
No, bro,
doesn't make any sense.
No, do you know what, bro? It's like you're naming Benteke, you're naming all these players, bro, but none of them have done it in a big level. They've never done it in a big game.
Okay, so
I'm going to say one thing.
So a player can have one career based on.
No. But he's 24 years of age. Wait there. He's 24 years of age. All right. There's a player in him.
This Havertz announcement is a
no. This it's not because Arsenal fans. The problem with us fans is we think we know it all. We're all scouts and we all got fucking PhDs in football. The problem is there's a player in him. I don't care what you just mentioned Benteke. You can mention things, bro. Let me tell you something. That boy there, Havertz, did something that we never did. We pussied out against Man City. He gave him nightmares because he was the one who said, he was the one who, Rodri, all of them. He won the challenge. De Bruyne, he was the one who broke the heart and said, look, I'm here for Chelsea.
Okay, let me say something.
22 years of age. He won the Champions League. I'm
not saying.
Wait, 2 seconds. Let me land. Name me a player of 22 years of age who broke Man City's heart. Who've done that in the biggest stage?
Okay, let me say this.
You
You're talking about Havertz, yeah?
No, but he's a good player. There's a player in him.
Hold on. You're talking about Havertz scoring 1 goal in the Champions League.
But it's the biggest goal in the stage of football.
And that warrants him
all the pressure, all eyes on me, like Tupac said.
Okay.
Maybe a player who've done that.
No, I'm going to ask you a question. You're saying because Havertz, your argument is because Havertz scored 1 goal in the Champions League, he's warranted to come over to Arsenal.
No.
Who won? What is it based on then?
No, it's based on he's a good player.
No. He's a good player. You said no. Those words. No. Don't go.
Yeah, but how many players were there? Where's our Champions League outside?
Backtrack. No. Hold on. You said that we should respect Havertz because he did it in the big stage in a pressure game. He scored, and we should respect him. Yeah.
Yeah. I said that because fans like you, fans like him. No. Because fans like you. This is why. No.
In the Euros, 2016 for Portugal, Ronaldo comes off injured.
No, let's stick to Havertz. No, stick to Havertz. This is the problem. There's fans like you.
I need you to answer my question. 2016, since you don't want to answer it, 2016, yeah, big pressure game. Portugal have never won anything in Europe, yeah? Even when we had our best player up to that point, Eusebio, in 1966, when my mum was born, we never won anything, yeah? Big pressure game for Portugal. A lot of people think, Euros is a little man thing. We never won anything, yeah? Cool. You want to pick up Havertz because he scored a Champions League goal to win them the Champions League. At the end of the day, no, hold on. Eded, yeah, a striker, a Portuguese striker called Eded that was playing in the Russian league scored the winning goal for Portugal to win over France and win the 2016 Euros. For us, that is like winning the Champions. That is like winning the World Cup for us because we never won anything with all the talent that we've had. Yeah, would you now tell me that Eded is a world-class player just because he scored that one goal in the Euros?
No, I'm not. International football and Premier League football.
No. Don't try and do that, yeah? Because nations that never won anything, don't try and look at it.
The problem is,
it's a big pressure game. Ronaldo, our best players come off. I'm not having that, yeah? I'm telling you. No, I'm Portuguese. I'm telling you.
Stop calling players bottlers then.
Don't try and look at it.
Stop calling players bottlers then. Stop calling the players bottlers.
No. Eded did the same as Havertz.
You can't answer the problem.
One important goal.
Yeah, but the problem is you. Where is Arsenal's important goals? Who scores our important goals from offside?
Is he world class?
No. Where's our important players? Where's our important players? You're the one last year who cried like a baby. We're bottle jobs. At least you don't bottle Champions League finals.
But that's only...
No, but that's what I'm saying to you. He is not a bottler. We don't beat Man City. He can. He knows how to beat Man City and score winners against them. Chelsea knows what to do with it.
Okay.
How many times have you scored past them?
We've
never beat Liverpool.
Our France bottlers because we beat France to win the Euros.
No, but this is Premier League football, bro.
But what I'm telling you, would you take it there? Based off that one goal, would you take it there?
Stop digressing.
Would you take it?
You can't answer the question.
Havertz is shit.
No, because you contradict yourself then. Because you're
it's not. Because based off your standard, you're rating players off of one goal.
No, I'm rating because it's the...
Would you take him? No, but for Havertz...
Yo, we've seen Henri Potter Champions League finals.
He's shit.
He's not shit, bro.
You got to bear in mind that's the only goal he scored though in the whole Champions League.
You can't judge him on a Chelsea. The only way you could start making a real.
But you're judging him. You're saying
he's a good player. You can't say he's shit, bro. There's no player who's won the Champions League shit.
In your
There's
defense,
loads, bro. Scott Carson won it.
Bro, in your defense,
but he's one for Chelsea.
In your defense for Havertz,
bro, at the end of the day, he's the one who won it for Chelsea.
Bro, in your defense for Havertz, you're the one that brought in that Champions League goal. So don't tell me you can't.
But where's our Champions League? Who's winning for us? We pick up players. Us guys, we pick up players who've never. We can't even win the FA Cup. And when we're talking about someone who come in who's been on a big stage against the best team in Britain, not against some weak, the best team, the team we're challenging. He won. He scored the winning goal against the best team in Britain. They just won everything. And now he's only 24 years of age. There's a reason why Arsenal go with him. There's a reason why professionals, and like I keep saying you, rate him. There's a player in him, bro. Regardless if you like him or not, there is a player in him. And I'll remind you that at the end of the season.
Let's see what happens with him. Because I think the reality is we either see him become something this year, but I don't see how it works. And I know what you're saying. Oh, we ripped City apart. That's one game. If you remember, we were talking about Pepe then, right? Pepe ripped a prime VVD apart. Can you remember that game? He absolutely tore him a new one. Virgil van Dijk was all over the place that time, and it was frightening. But look where he is now. You can't say, oh, that one game he did
I'm not saying
3 years ago. That means he's got potential now.
You did because you're the one that brought up the Champions League goal. No, you did. You're backtracking because you know there's you can't by your definition of how you rated Havertz. No, sorry, but you're the one that came out with the Champions League goal. By that standard, you saying it's a high pressure game.
Of course it is.
No, we should sign Eded. We should sign Eded.
We bottled him in the Russian League anymore. Yo, you talk about the Perez's, the Henry's, they bottled it.
Bro, I've seen Michu. You remember Michu? No, you remember Michu at Swansea? Remember him?
No, where's the Champions League?
And he had a season. He had one season where he performed. Where was he the next season? Don't tell me about these. Nah, bro, I'm not hearing it.
We bottled it. At least he didn't bottle it, bro. We bottled it as a club. Jamie, at least he didn't bottle it for this club. So as a 22-year-old who won the Champions League, he's coming to Arsenal age 24.
Yeah, but they didn't get to the Champions League based off of Havertz. They didn't, because he didn't perform at the end.
Bro, he was the one who got the winning goal, didn't he? He was the one. Everyone goes on about that goal today. It doesn't matter. Arsenal fans don't know what it's like because we've never won it. So we will never win. When it comes to European football, we are the lowest of the lowest. So we won't know what it's like to see a player score in the Champions League final anyway. It's not in our blood. So we can't really criticise him for that. And in the big games, he turns up. We have another player. We don't beat the big teams like Man City. We ain't got the right players. I hope he comes in next season. And if we beat Man City and he plays, it's because of it.
All right, cool. Let me ask you one last thing, and I'll let Bobby go. Yeah. Why did we get? We smashed the transfer record to get Lacazette now. Yeah. Yeah, cool. How many goals did he score in his best season for Arsenal? Do you know?
Was it 12, 13? Yeah, and your point is?
14. Yeah. Cool. That was deemed not good. That was deemed not good enough. Yeah. Cool. We got Aubameyang. Yeah. He was in a team that was completely dysfunctional, sharing golden boot. Yeah, with Salah one season, scoring 20 goals. Yeah. Deemed not good.
Finished fifth.
Finished. Yeah, but we didn't win it. We didn't win any major honors. Deemed not good. No, I'm not arguing with you. Deemed not good enough. We got rid of him. Right? Yeah. Right. But
they have
hold on, bro. Let me land.
Before you land, name me their major honors. I want their major honors.
Let me land.
Yeah, but tell me their major honors.
Let me land.
Tell me Lacazette. Tell me the major honors.
I'm gonna have to beat you. You're not letting me land. Yeah, we bought Lacazette 14 goals in a season, not good enough. Aubameyang 20 odd goals each season, not good enough. We didn't win the major honors. Both of them we smashed the transfer record for. Yeah. Then we go and get Pepe. Yeah. I think his best season is something like 10 odd goals and a few assists. Yeah. Smashed the transfer record for. Deemed not good enough. We're trying to get rid of him. We are now, Havertz has become what, our second most expensive player that we've ever shelled out for a player. Yeah. We didn't get him on the cheap. Yeah. Or third. Yeah. Cool. When we're making big deals like that, there's big expectation. So what do you think his numbers will be that next season? Because 14 goals a season for Lacazette as a striker wasn't good enough. Yeah. Aaron Ramsdale, a player that we didn't smash the transfer record for, but we bought and helped us to a couple FA Cups, weren't deemed good enough. For you to justify us spending 65 million, which we rarely do, we rarely pay that much for a player. He's gonna have to get at least, if he's playing as a striker, at least 20 odd goals, yeah, to justify us keeping him. And if he's playing as a false 9 or playing as a number 10, he's going to have to get at least 20 odd assists, if not more. Yeah. Do you see him doing that? Because if not, based on history and based on our standards, this guy is going to get sold because we didn't get him on the cheap. We didn't buy him for Fabi Vieira.
I'll tell you now, all right. And I put out there, he's going to score more goals, all right. Then I'm going to tell you now, you from me first. He's going to score more goals. Havertz is going to score more goals than Gabriel Jesus next season for Arsenal. You know, you heard it from me first. Laugh, Jill. And I swear down, when that happens, I'm going to hunt you down as I told you so. And I don't want no apology. I'm going to say, your knowledge is zilch.
Okay, so if he doesn't, that's your standard for him, yeah? If he doesn't, then
he's
we get rid of him, yeah?
Goals than Gabriel Jesus.
If he doesn't score more goals than Gabriel Jesus, we sack him, yeah? We get rid of him.
No. Because if we win the title...
What do you mean? What do you mean?
How can you sack a player?
You're telling me, because right now, I'm sorry, you're telling me he's the quality to score more goals than Jesus.
No.
If he's not the quality to score more goals than Jesus, and we bought him for more money than Jesus.
No, we don't sack him. Why do we sack him for?
Okay, why are we sacking Pepe? He cost more.
Arteta, you wanted the manager, you wanted the manager sacked.
You see,
and the first time...
This is the problem with Arsenal fans. They don't hold the players to account. We can break transfer records and they don't hold them to account.
Arteta.
If he doesn't do what you're saying that he's going to do easy, yeah, we should get rid of him. Yeah, because you were happy to get rid of Lacazette. You're happy to get rid of Aubameyang. You was happy to get rid of Pepe. But now all of a sudden for Havertz has done fuck all for us. You don't want to get rid of him. Makes no sense.
No.
Why are you talking about a player that hasn't even done anything? Why?
Guys, how This is the first time ever Arsenal in there. This what makes me laugh. Get rid of Arteta. Get rid of Etu. Let me have you bunch of buffoons. You bunch of clowns. This is the first time ever Arsenal have gone all out for the player because of who? Mikel Arteta. Put more respect on his name because it never happened under Wenger. Never. Mikel Arteta. 105 million on one player. You must be dizzy telling me he's not a big boy manager. He's changing the club. Him and Edu. They're heading in the right direction.
Bro, I'm not being funny, okay? I'm going to say this really quickly. Yeah? I think when we talk about Arteta, we've got to understand he spent £700 million. He's got his own players in. There's nobody left of anybody that he doesn't want now. There's nobody else, right? So let's be honest, right? If we look what could have been, right? This is hypothetical. What would have happened if he actually got his man? And I mean, Unai Emery actually got his men in. Look what he's done with Villa. He's won a European Cup more than we have. He's beaten us in a European Cup. If we gave Emery the resources Arteta's had, would we have won something now?
No.
And stuck with him? Yes.
Nah. You know what?
Yeah, of course we would have, brother. I'll be honest with you. If we'd given Emery 700 million quid, I guaranteed you, now, we'd be in a better. We would have won the league last year. I doubt that very much. Do you know why we would have done 100%. We would have won a European Cup. We would have already been in Champions League.
How do you know?
How do we know? Because we saw him do it with Villarreal. We saw him do it with Villarreal, and it didn't cost him 500 million. Yeah, and he won in Europe, and he didn't need to throw away all the cups.
Your standards is
so based off the squad that he inherited, the money that was spent on that Villarreal squad, and the money that he spent on players that he needed. He didn't need 500 million to win in Europe. Yeah, and this manager still to win me a trophy in 3 years after spending this much money. So don't come out here.
So all your arguments were Arteta out today.
I'm not hearing it.
No, I'm not saying that.
And he justified Odegaard to me, but yet when we got Rice, you're quick to take the captaincy away from him. I thought you've been twerking for him all this time that we bought him. Yeah, but now all of a sudden Declan Rice gets the captaincy straight away, and Declan Rice ain't even kicked the ball for Arsenal. Yeah, he ain't even kicked the ball for Arsenal. Don't come out with your porcaria because it's always the same porcaria. And what
Edu's proved you wrong.
It's no hiding, and it's the same
Edu is everyone you wrong.
You always come on when the coach is wrong. The only reason you wanted to come on, the only reason you wanted to come on because of signing Declan Rice. Now you want to come with your chest. You've been backing Fabio Vieira. You've been backing Lokonga. You've been backing Nuntavaj. You've been backing all these Deadwood players. Holding Eddie Nketiah. When Eddie Nketiah got a new contract, you were twerking, shaking your bum, DJ Khaled style, and now all of a sudden you're coming out with, we're going to sell these players, we're going to make the money out to get other players. Make it make sense, because I'm not hearing it.
You make it make sense. Edu got a big deal done. Make it make sense.
And we haven't even fucking won anything.
Edu got a big deal done. Make it make sense.
I'm not hearing it.
Make it make sense. You're the one who cries about Edu.
No, but we're going to move on. We're going to move on. We already know that you're twerking for Kai Havertz, and you're going missing as soon as he flops. That's what
No.
Let's go to the next one.
You guys got proven wrong.
We're moving on. We got two other players to talk about. Chouameni being linked to Arsenal, I cannot see this happening. On Transfermarkt, he's valued at 80 to 90 million euros. I don't see him coming to Arsenal. We've already spent 165 with Timber, which we will talk on. He's another 40 to 50 mil. That's just about over 200 million. I don't see us going for Chouameni. I would take him. He can play CDM. He can also play holding midfielder. If we're not going to get Caicedo, which I would prefer, would I prefer Caicedo? I like Chouameni. I don't really know if I can decide between Chouameni and Caicedo. I'd probably prefer Caicedo because I think, I don't know. Caicedo's, he's done it in the Premier League. Chouameni, I really like him. Young player, plays for Real Madrid. I just don't see him taking a step down. And yes, I know it hurts a lot of these fools that call themselves Arsenal fans. We are a step down from Real Madrid. We are nowhere near. We're not even Europe's elite. Let's keep it real. We ain't won nothing since the Cup Winners' Cup. It is a step down. Why would you come to Arsenal? At Real Madrid, you're guaranteed trophies. Guaranteed trophies. Why would you come to Arsenal? And that is a club that is based around winning. Everything that forward called toxic and negative and you're crying about Arteta. Yeah? Over there, they don't give a shit. Yeah? You win is an obligation. Yeah? We're not twerking for that. You win the Champions League, it's about time. We spend the money for you to win the Champions League. So for me, I'm going to go with Mo. I keep calling you Mo. Bobby. I keep saying Mo.
I want to know who Mo is. I don't know who Mo is. Yeah. So I would have said straight up, Tchouaméi is not going to be our guy. But the reason Tchouaméi's not going to be our guy is because we've blown our money on Havertz. If we never went for Havertz, we would have had enough money to put money on Tchouaméi. I think if he does come available, we should go for him 110%. Whether we do or not, I think it's very debatable. Because I think the way we're looking at it is in terms of we've got to be able to be honest. In this situation, we're looking at a Real Madrid player that could come in and be an absolute stalwart for us, go on for us for 10, 12 years. I'd love him in the team. I think over Caicedo, because Caicedo's, you got to bear in mind, Tchouaméi's shown it on an international stage. He's played with elite players. He's got that elite mentality. He doesn't want to leave Madrid either. So it's more of a case of Madrid wanting him gone. That's if that rumor is true. I don't know whether it is, because obviously they know losing Modric and Kroos very soon. So it's a tough one, to be honest. I don't know whether it's as simple as that if they want to really kind of do that. But I think I'd take him 100%. How about you,
It ain't happening, bro. Do you know the truth is? Oh, big up Warren, big up my man TJ Warren of TV. What's up, my brother? Yo, do you know the truth is? I've seen that today, and bro, it's come from a source that don't even. It's not even worth.
It's made up, right? We know that's made up.
I tell you the other source I read that he's going to Real Madrid. Have got a piece of paper on a thing and he's ready to sign it. Now that's more realistic. That's come from the sources. That one to Arsenal. There's just someone who just wanted it. They put it on Twitter. When the real reality is, he's going to sign that contract for Real Madrid. Do you get me, Bobby? You're not a club that's Champions League. Always competing on the front line. Oh, Arsenal coming in. Oh yeah, I'll cancel my contract and go to Arsenal.
What it is I think people have just looked at it and they're putting two and two together. This is like bullshit newspapers. We've had a lot of it this summer where they just say, oh, they're in for this, they're in for that. Arsenal, we've been linked with so many players this summer. It's been beyond belief, right? So this is another bullshit story. So I think, yeah, he's a great player. He'd be brilliant for us. It's not going to happen. It's just like saying Camavinga will come because they've got Bellingham now. It's just ridiculous. We spent the same amount of money on Rice as they did for Bellingham. We spent more on Rice than they did for Bellingham.
I know. The thing is with one thing about Real Madrid, all right? And I remember, like as a club. No, I'm not talking. See a lot of people. That was a football club. When you talk about, like earlier on, I know some was talking about, oh, Arsenal, they messed up Higuain. We could have signed Higuain. We could have signed Karim Benzema. And I remember there was another one. Kadir. Remember Kadir? It was a Kadir, went to Liverpool. Kadir. All under 100 million. Mourinho signed them all for like 60, 70 million, didn't he? Remember?
Yeah.
Karim Benzema, Higuain, Kadir, and as another player, about 4 players or 5 players, they signed under 60, just under 70 million, all of them. And I was with Arsenal, the club could have got Benzema and Ozil and the thing, all under 100 million, and we didn't buy it. We said we went for Kill Castro from one medical room to another medical room.
Yeah. Can I just quickly answer this question? Is this all right from Jim?
Go on.
So he's asking, do I feel comfortable with Ramsdale as a keeper? Do we need a goalkeeper to push Ramsdale? I don't think Ramsdale's the guy. I really don't. I don't think he isn't the guy, right? So we didn't win the Premiership with Ramsdale in nets. Ramsdale, when it mattered, fluffed it. Let's be honest. Edison didn't fluff it, did he? Ramsdale isn't the guy. If you swapped, and I know everybody says, oh, bro, get over it. Ramsdale and Martinez is years ago. Martinez won us the FA Cup. You won us the FA Cup. It wasn't Ramsdale. It was Martinez. It was Arteta. It was so it was never Ramsdale. He didn't win us anything. So it was Martinez that won us that FA Cup. It was his characteristics in that run-up that won us that. You've got to bear in mind, this guy's won the World Cup. And I'm saying if we stuck faith with him, he would have been good enough. That's why the likes of Man United were interested in him. Obviously going for Onana. How many of us were saying at the time, God, this keeper looks incredible. Yes, he's banned. Let's get him. And what did we do? We let him go, and look, he's just been a Champions League finalist. He'll be at United in a few weeks. Ramsdale isn't the guy. He's a nice, likable guy. The fans like him. He's probably someone that they'll call Rambo. He'll sell a lot of merchandise. He's probably a good guy around the dressing room, but I don't think he's the guy to be an elite winner. He's going to get better as a goalkeeper, and I think he's getting better. But as Northside said before, we need proven people right now. Could we win the Premier League with Ramsdale? I don't think so.
These men get attached, and with their attachment, we've got Elneny. That's a thin squad, part of the bench that makes us a thin squad. We've got Rob Holding that we've persisted with for how many years? Since the Wenger days, yeah? And then now, part of a thin squad, yeah? There's a lot of players in here that are not good enough, and we persist with, and they'll come good, and they'll do this, and they'll do that. At the end of the day, they're not good enough, so I completely agree with you.
Bobby,
We should go out there and get better. We should be recruiting players, that put our starting players on the bench. We didn't do that in the last 2 transfer windows, and then everyone said it's a thin squad. Lokonga doesn't displace Xhaka, Fabio Vieira doesn't displace Odegaard. Eddie Nketiah doesn't displace Jesus. And I know we re-signed him, but he's not good enough. That's why Jesus, when he's fit, he plays. When we actually add talent that can actually compete for a starting place like Trossard, you get the best out of Martinelli, and you also get a really good player in Trossard. So it works. It has worked. And I don't know why we don't keep doing that. One thing I can say is when we went and got Zinchenko and Jesus, it took us up a level. Yeah, even though I do think Jesus has got faults in his game, I also think Zinchenko's got faults in his game. I also think Jesus got faults in his game. As much as he links us up and makes our attack a lot more fluid, he isn't clinical enough. So go and get more proven Premier League players.
But bro, I can understand this
because it was in the title race. But
I can understand this frustration. Like Bobby, the thing is, I do highly rate Ramsdale because I've seen him play. I've seen him pull off some magnificent scenes. But like, I'm not like I understand why you're frustrated. Like a lot of fans are like, "Oh, you're being biased." But that Southampton game, he had no need to give it to the player. He could just loft it up. Like I think an experienced keeper would have just thought, you know what? There's 3-4 players coming at me. Let me just lift it up there. I even know the manager wants you to play up the back from the back, but when you give it to the player and then that caliber, that's when I think from then it all went nutshell. I think that, and I can understand why some fans will wait there. If you just would have cleared the ball instead of giving it, because like that Southampton game, I think a lot of fans were like, you've been playing, like you said, like you have given credit, he is going to get better. But that game there, I think a lot of, not just yourself, a lot of fans like, that was hurtful because you've been good all season, and to do the most stupidest, basic, silly boy school error mistake like that, I know fans why it is because it was at a time and it should not happen. He should have kicked the ball, and then who knows? Do you get me? That goal might have made 3-2 instead of 3-3.
I want to move on to Timber, and I'm going to go to Bobby first. Bobby, what do you make of this link to Timber? It looks like the deal's going through. He was linked to Man United before. Personally, I'm a bit iffy when it comes to the Eredivisie because we've seen Anthony come in to Man United for big money. He's not really set it alight. He does still have time. I always give players about 2 seasons to bed in, and especially when they're coming into a new philosophy. I do think Anthony has good traits. He's got, I can see a baller there within him. He just got to adjust to the Premier League. What do you think of Timber coming in for the Eredivisie with a lot of promise? I mean, he's not going to cost an arm and a leg. It looks about 40 to 50 million pounds, which is what we paid for Ben White. It's still not cheap, but I'm not saying it's not like Maguire money. Do you think it's another Kivior, or do you think it's another Steele like Saliba?
I think it's early to say. I think Saliba was, as soon as we saw him, we knew it was something special. I'm not going to be one of these guys that say I watched the Dutch league. When I've seen Timber play, he's looked very good. And I think I'm going to be honest as well. And I think there's something about that team. Like you look at that Ajax team, you look at the defense, you look at the way they had, it's something. They've got a real aggression about them. So the way they defend is installed in them. So I think that's a really, really good signing for us. And you just mentioned, I think it's 37 million up to 44 million, which isn't a lot of money. You look at the English defenders that would go for that kind of money now. You'd be, for somebody that's similar, like Tariq Lamptey would go for that kind of money, or someone stupid like that. So I think he's a good utility player. I think we're going for the right profile because, again, he's got resale value because he's quite young. If it doesn't work, but again, are we going to need him as much as we think we do? So Ben White's versatile. We're not getting rid of Tomiyasu. We've still got Saliba. We've still got Kivior. Still got Gabriel. We've got utility players. And you still got Ben White and Tomiyasu that can both drop in the middle as well. And worst comes to worst, you still got Declan Rice. If you kept Partey and Xhaka and you sign a Lavia, you've still got Declan Rice who can play central defence. So it's not a case of if worst comes to worst, we desperately need him. But I think it's a good addition, definitely a good addition. And it shows that we're thinking that we don't want Rob Holding in there. I think that's it. If Kivior needs more time, yes, we'll get someone proven better to be Kivior right now. So I think it's the right kind of step of move that we want to do. And again, it's not stupid money. And I think that's a good idea. Good idea.
I think Kivior, I think you know, when you said it there, aggression. He's aggressive. We ain't got that defender. Do you know them defenders who are like, I'll stick it on you? He's one of them ones. So yeah, that's the reason why we bring him in. And he's not actually a tall player, isn't he? He's about 6 foot, is he?
He's shorter than that, I think.
Yeah, he's like 5'9" or 6 foot, isn't he? He ain't even that big. So they said he's good, he's aggression, he's technically good, he's good on the ball, he's good at defending, he's good at reading the game, and he's got a like that Martinez from Man United. He's got that heat about him. That help us, but you said it like you said it there. I think he's a much better player than Rob Holding. Rob Holding's on the way out for $8 million, but yeah, I think Timber's going to be a squad player. And do you know what? I actually
you don't think he starts?
No, Andrew. I don't think he starts. You know, I think it's going to be the same back four. But I think he's going to be like, do you know, like when you see Ben White getting tired, or you see Saliba's like a bit like iffy in the start of the season, because obviously Saliba's been out for a while, so you're going to need that Saliba to be on for 50 minutes, half an hour, take him off. You want to play Saliba for 90 minutes because he's got that back injury, and you don't really want him. So I don't think he's going to start. I think he'll be coming on like for the next, like, do you know, like for like half an hour, 40 minutes. I don't think he's going to be bang straight in the team. I think Saliba will start. I think the back four will change.
Though, forward. And this is where it comes to my standards. My standards is get better than what we have. And I hear what you're saying, but we've done that when it comes to players like Kivior. We've utilized Rob Holding as a player that can come in the last couple of minutes. But the problem still goes, if he's not better than what we have, when we have to rely on Kivior, Rob Holding, these players that we say, oh, they can come on when we need someone to close the game down for 30 minutes, 40 minutes. Well, guess what? When Saliba's injured or Gabriel's injured, we need a starter alongside them that is as good, if not better. But if he's not then if injuries can happen, we don't know if injuries happen. God forbid, if injuries happen, if this club, or if he's not good enough, yeah, because we don't know, we don't watch the Eredivisie. If he's not good enough, we are not changing the way that we recruit, because once again, we're getting a player that can fill in gaps and a player that can, we can do a job. And this is what we need to stay away from. This is what I don't want. I'm not saying he's crap because I don't watch the Eredivisie. That if the thinking behind getting Timber is he can do a job, I don't want him. Yeah, if that is the thinking. Now, if the thinking is he needs to adjust, but he will become, or he is better than what we have, then I'm happy. Because at the end of the day, we had a light squad because Lokonga can do a job. Fabio Vieira can do a job. Marquinhos can do a job. Nketiah can do a job. Cedric can do a job. Tomiyasu can do a job. Yeah, I'm sick and tired of these players that can do a job, bro, because it's not getting us over the line. El Nene can do a job. The list goes on, bro. Turner can do a job. But the thing is, injuries happen. Players get injured. And eventually, you have to rely on these players that can do a job. And if he is a player that can do a job, this is a problem because we're not moving forward. We are covering areas that with players that can do a job. Jorginho can do a job, but ultimately he was brought in for the experience for us to get over the line. We didn't get over the line. Get me players that are better than what we have. Declan Rice, I'm happy with. Do you know why I'm happy? Do you know why I'm happy? because he plays over Partey. For one, the experience, leading his team to winning in the Premier League. Also, the fact that he's more consistent as a player. I've seen him be more consistent than Partey has in the Premier League. So he gets in over Partey. I'm happy with that signing.
Yeah, but you can't.
When you're trying to tell me a player can do a job, if that is why we've recruited him, can you understand why I have reservations?
Yeah, but you can't. Okay, but you can't dismantle. No side. You got to look at the reality. There's no team who's going to dismantle an 11 team when you bring in 11. Oh, you're not good enough. We're bringing another 11. That don't happen in football. But one thing we Arsenal fans do.
Why?
No, Man City don't even do that.
Barcelona got Lewandowski. He starts straight away.
But look,
hold on. Bayern Munich got Mane.
But the team just okay. But what if they won?
Man City.
They don't do that.
Man City got Haaland. He starts straight away. And these are clubs that got superstars all over.
But
I don't think
that's what I'm saying to you. But it's
Haaland
to start in 11.
All the best clubs in the world have players that you could.
But you're missing the point. My point is
they're on the bench.
Yeah,
and they don't complain. Do you know why? Because they're winning major honours. When we went invincible, we had
point, bro.
We had world-class players on the bench. I didn't see them complaining, bro. When we went invincible, our bench wasn't enough. We didn't have a light squad on the bench.
We never did players on the bench. But Man City, wait there. You're talking about Man City.
Fergie had world-class players on the bench, bro.
Yeah, but you're missing the point, bro. Fergie never done what Man City have done.
No, you're not deep in it, bro. The levels, bro. Man United, when they were on their prime, they had world-class players on the bench.
But no, side, you're missing the point, bro.
They had Nani on the bench. They had Berbatov on the bench. Yeah, they had world-class players on the bench, bro.
But you're chatting now, bro, because you're talking about a team who just won a triple, bro. They haven't done a triple with having a favourite 11. They can put in a 17-year-old boy called. Wait there, please, Bobby, please. Is Lewis world class?
You're talking about
for Man City? No. Is Lewis world class for Man City?
No,
he's not.
This is the point what I'm saying to you, bro.
No, but why do you only say one player? No, hold on. Why didn't you bring up Foden? Why didn't you bring up Alvarez?
I'm going to finish it.
No, you want to bring up one player out of the whole squad, and then you say, this is what I'm saying. Nah, this is not what you're saying, Filo da puta. Don't come out.
No. Okay. On offside.
They got world-class. The whole fan base has been saying, Man City can put out 2 teams. Man City got world-class.
No, they can't. No, they
haven't. Yeah? No surprise. No shit, Sherlock, that they won this fucking trophy.
No.
And it wasn't with a bunch of players on the bench.
This isn't the problem with you.
Mahrez was on the bench, bro, in the World Cup.
Yeah, and that's you're missing a point.
On the Champions League, they had Mahrez on the bench.
Yeah, but you're missing the point. Name me a team. All right. No, you're talking wax now. Name me a team that can play a 17-year-old boy in the midfield in the Premier League title race. I'm waiting.
Yeah, do you know why? They're not dumb enough to say, we're going to rely on
He's not world class.
But you are.
But
you want an injury-prone ESR, and you want a bunch of players that can do a job on the bench. When does Real Madrid do that?
The problem is we don't. The problem is, all right, we as a fan base, especially like him, you will not rate a player that's not good. Like Quilio, he's not good enough. He's had 5-6 games at Arsenal. See, okay, Jack Grealish. Everyone, especially this guy here, for the season, everyone was writing him off. He's not good enough. 100 million, he's dead. But what happens this season? Kylian, all right, with this Polish defender we bought. All you fuckers were saying, Newcastle are going to smash us. Oh, we got him. Bro, the boy went to Newcastle, got a clean sheet and played well. You can't judge a player off one player. It is not his fault that he's getting thrown into the midfield in Anfield. That is not his fault. That's on the manager. Exactly. But you can't define
which is why I don't want this manager.
No.
Because you shouldn't be relying on a player.
Guardiola got it wrong. Everyone gets it wrong sometimes, bro. They're human beings. They're going to get it wrong. But our problem is we'll go off one performance and we'll stick to that, the negative performance. But what about Newcastle? Oh, you said we got no chance against Newcastle. I clipped them all. Should we bring them up? There we go. So stretch your guns. I'm saying to you is this season, I personally think you got to be open-minded. You can't take like with this Creole kid. This is the season you judge him. Now, Fabio Vieira, this is the season we judge him. Now, Smith Rowe, this is the season we judge him out. Because now they've got no excuses. They've been at the club for the season. They know what the Premier League's about. This boy, fair dues, he's been there for 6 months.
I don't have to. I've already
told you. But they're gonna come in and do the job.
Hold on. I've already told you Rob Holding wasn't good enough. I didn't need the season to show.
No, but I want to bother.
Hold on. I ain't finished. I told you that Eddie Nketiah ain't good enough, and you've been twerking for him the whole fucking season.
Bro,
when we signed him on a new contract, you were there justifying it. I told you he ain't good enough. Even Trossard playing out of position, yeah.
Eddie Nketiah didn't score the 2 goals.
So don't tell me nothing. I told you.
No, you don't tell me nothing.
I told you Tomiyasu ain't good enough.
No.
I told you Fabi Vieira ain't good enough. Yeah. So I don't need to wait till next season because I've already proven you wrong. That all these players you're telling me to give another season last season. I've been part of the reason why we didn't win it this season. Anyway, I'm going to go into this question because someone's trying to call me out, and I don't duck no one trying to call me out. And then we're going to get into Bobby.
Let me get slide for a second before you go to the question. Let me down. Last season, everyone was saying Nketiah. Do you know what? Let me tell all you dumb Arsenal fans something. If Nketiah never scored against West Ham, Brighton, Manchester United, them important games, Tottenham, and them 5 games that come together, and Man United thing, Nketiah, I'm not saying he's the answer. But you know what thing he did? When the pressure was on us, and Man United were 3 points behind us, and you got us the winner, at least he's done something for the club. The reason why we're second, what happened to all this Jesus coming back? We're going to win the league. All you wanted him back. I'm not saying that he's done his job for the second striker. And that's why we're second. Because his goals counted. Because if Man United would have beat us, Northside would have had a heart attack. But you don't like to praise players when they do good. No, and that's the problem with the fan base. That's why Arteta is where he is. We are, do you know what you are? You're a continuation of Arsene Wenger's, one of them people, fans, failed philosophy. That's what you are, because you stuck in the past, bro. You live in 2004. We're in 2023, bro.
Thank you.
Bro, we were
10
points ahead at top of the league.
Who's up front for the stand?
Sorry?
Who's up front for the stand? Come on, 10 points. And what happened when Jesus come back? How many points we drop? Shut your guns. End the conversation. Next question. Answer the question.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Is Eddie good enough? Is Eddie good enough to? Okay,
bro, that comes down to you to answer, not me. You were 10 points clear when Eddie was in the team.
I'm just going to ask you one simple question, right? Name one. Okay, does he get into Man City starting 11? Eddie and over on Haaland.
No one do. No one on the planet gets over. That's a
does he get in over Alvarez?
No one do in the Premier League.
No, does he even get into their B squad, right?
Bro.
Does he get into, let's say, Liverpool?
Who's Liverpool?
Does Eddie start for Liverpool?
He scored more than Nunes, didn't he?
No, he doesn't. Okay. No. Does he start for Brighton? He doesn't start for Brighton.
Yeah, he does, Bobby. You're laughing, but Bobby. The fact of the matter is, I'm going to have a fact.
We'd take
Dominic name me the fact, Bobby.
Everton.
No, but I'm going to. You can laugh all you want. The reason why we're second because of that fucker's goals. Not because of Jesus.
For 5 games, bro.
Doesn't matter. 5 vital games.
Right?
No, the problem is, you can't give him credit when it's true.
In Champions League.
No, for the second.
Only 1 goal.
For the
he cannot win the Champions League on his own.
But look, for the caliber of that shit, he's took us, his goals, made us finish higher than Aubameyang and Lacazette. Second!
Bro.
Cool. No, that's cool.
Facts.
So, Fuad, if you're so excited by second, yeah? Were you excited when we came second to Leicester?
No. Because you know why? I'll tell you the reason why. Because fans like you were screaming, I can't wait for Jesus to come back. I can't wait for Jesus to come back. I can't wait. When it was working, and we were actually 10 points clear with the reject doing it, when our number ones come back in, what happened, bro? We flopped it, we bottled it. You guys wanted it. So you guys are at fault for it. You guys asked for it. Now explain why. It was
the manager that you love so much, how come he decided how come he decided to play Trossard in the middle over Eddie Nketiah if he's so great?
No, but he was doing the job though. He's done the job, bro. It doesn't matter if you his job is a number 2 striker.
So your job is only to get us number 1 spot halfway through the season, yeah? That's your job, yeah? So by that logic, we might as well praise Odegaard. We might as well start praising Martinelli. We might as well praise all the players.
But bro,
this is not about getting over the line. It's about
every player. We
kept the pressure on because ultimately he didn't get us over the line. So what are you talking about? He couldn't even get us over the line last season. Eddie Nketiah couldn't get us over the line last season to get top 4.
That's down to the whole team. That's down to the whole club.
No, but I'm talking about this individual player.
No. That's also where was there? Arteta wanted Semedo. Did he get him? Arteta wanted the Modric. Did he get him? So it's not down to Nketiah. It's down to the club. So stop talking shit.
It's down to Nketiah when he's on the pitch. He doesn't produce enough. He doesn't produce enough for us to win in Europe. He doesn't produce enough for us to win in Premier League. Was in the Europa League and he was still struggling.
I just proved I have just proven you wrong. Nketiah, before Nketiah got subbed, he done his job. He was 10 points clear. Get to the bench. My number one's back. Now you guys continue going to win the league. It didn't happen.
Cool,
no, bro. So can I ask you something?
I'm going to ask you this. It's a fact, bro.
Really quickly. Do you trust Arteta?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Do you think Arteta? Okay, and I agree. Arteta did a good job last year, right? But I'm going to ask you this question. If Arteta decided to drop him, did Arteta make us lose the league then? If Arteta's choice was to drop Eddie Nketiah and then we lost the league, this is what you're saying. So Arteta fucked up the league then.
I'll tell you why. I blame what I put on Arteta. I did blame it on Arteta, and I did on this show, and I did it when I spoke it when I was in Southern Gunner show, and I said it. I said when something was working, over 10 points clear, you had Trossard, Eddie, and Martinelli and Saka all rotating. 1 minute you play him, but it was working against Man United. He never went with Trossard. He went with Eddie. He brought on Trossard, and Eddie scored their 2 goals. Then we went on to win against Brighton, and we went to beat West Ham at home. Okay, but from there, when he was actually working, Trossard never got back in the team. He was player of the month, and he never got back in the team. That's on Arteta. I'm not saying Nketiah, if he would have played, we would have won the league. But I'm saying when you...
Why are you defending him?
No, because I'm defending, because when it was working as a team, we were 10 points clear. And then when... Yeah, it was. It's a fact.
Bro,
we were 10 points clear.
You're right.
It doesn't matter.
But you are saying that, though. You are saying
but it's a fact. Was we 10 points clear?
If we carried on playing Eddie, we would have won the league. That's what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying
that is what you're saying.
I'm saying this continue. No,
you're saying it was working. Why did he take him out of the team? Because we were still in contention to win the league. So you are saying if we continue to play Eddie Nketiah, we would have won the league. That's what your argument's based off.
I'm saying when Trossard was firing goals. Listen, Trossard had the most assists. He broke history. 3 assists in one thing. And it was working. They were scoring goals. Trossard had that one disallowed against Brighton, Brentford. We were unlucky, but it was working. It worked because we had Tottenham, Man United, and that was the time when we thought, okay, that's the title race. Bam! That was the time when you believed we were in the title race. When we had 10 points clear, that's when everyone believed. But then when you start fiddling, you can't just say it's Eddie's fault. Jesus, miss sitters, they all performed shit. But when something is working, keep it till it's not working. That's what I'm saying. So you can't say it's because of Eddie.
I give you that, but Eddie did go on for many games.
Yeah, but it was too late then, bro.
I'll be honest with you,
right? Why is it too late?
Of course it is, bro. Because if something's working, this is the problem with you. You don't look at it from football perspective.
No accountability, man.
No, it's not accountability. I'm looking at it.
It's not Eddie's fault.
How long with that, Bobby? How long was it?
I want to move on, bro.
How long was Jesus out? How long was he out for?
11 games.
Go back, I only see one offside. I said, when Jesus gets injured, we're not going to get top 4. We're going to finish 8th. So how we finish 2nd? And
what's the difference? Hold on. What's the difference? You're mute.
I said the difference is you can't say we're going to finish 8th when we finish 2nd. So then you got it wrong. Your prediction was wrong.
Okay, cool.
I'll be honest.
You told me that this manager is going to win us major honours. I'm waiting 3 years.
No.
Over 500 million spent, and we're still waiting.
Now.
But it's funny that you want to call me out on my prediction, but when it's your prediction, you go missing. You don't want to come on the channel. You're busy. You're working. You don't want to show your face, but I show my face all the time. At the end of the day, 8th and 2nd get nothing. Yes, you get into the Champions League. This club has never taken the Champions League serious since the 06, was it? 06 or 08 Champions League final. We don't take it seriously. Yeah, Tottenham have been in the Champions League. How many seasons? How many times have they won it? They don't come out with all your bucaria coming out with your
coach.
Bro, because you like to duck and hide. You like to throw your and start hiding. Don't come to me about, what's the difference? Yeah, because and once again, your manager ain't done nothing, and now he ain't got no excuse because he's touched over £500 million. He better produce. But anyway, onto this comment, because I ain't got no more time for that. Bro, you complain about Vieira, but we got Havertz, depth. Odegaard goes quiet sometimes. Then we bring on Vieira, you moan. At least Havertz will be better. And this is the problem with this fan base. Let me answer this. We bring on Vieira. Did Vieira win us the league? Because he was the second option to Odegaard. Did he do it? When Odegaard was dropping stinkers with a couple of games to go to win the league, did he step up? Was he good enough? Cool. Before we would link to Havertz, did you come out to the fan base and said, you know what? I've identified what the missing link is. It's Havertz. Did you? No, you didn't. You're only coming out with Havertz now because you want to get on the bandwagon because the club wants, because Arteta wants him. I want him. Yeah? Just like Arteta wanted Fabi Vieira. Has it worked out? Yeah, the list goes on. Lokonga, Nuntavaj. Ain't worked out, has it? Eddie Nketiah as our second option striker. Has it worked out? No. Yeah, but instead of calling out the manager, you want to try and call me out. Yeah, Kivior, has he been good enough? Yeah, El Nene as a second option. We renewed his contract. Was he good enough? Was he good enough last season? Was he good enough this season? Oh, he got injured. Yeah, he got injured. But even last season, even to get top 4, he wasn't good enough. He's getting older. He's already in his 30s. Is he good enough this season? Is he good enough in the following season? So what are you talking about? Just because I wanted better than Odegaard, yeah, I don't want just depth. Because we had depth, remember? It's a thin squad. It's a light squad. Yeah, but we had depth. We had Lokonga for rotation. We had Fabi Vieira for rotation. We had Marquinhos that we didn't have to send out on loan. We had Eddie Nketiah. We had Cedric. We had Tomiyasu. We didn't have the quality in depth, yeah? So let's just deep it. It's the quality. It's not just about having depth. I don't understand where Arsenal fans, oh, but it's depth. We had ESR's depth. What did he do? He was injured all the time. So it's about quality, yeah? Which is why you mans come out here and say, oh, we got a thin squad. So we move, yeah? We move. There you go. Hope that answers your question. How many times did Pepe come on and save Arteta? Yeah, uncomfortable conversations, bro. Pepe overdoes it, but I agree. He can shoot. Let me tell you that. He can, bro. He can finish. It's just all his game around that. It ain't that great, but he can finish, bro. He can finish. Sterling ain't a world-class finisher. He ain't. He's a tapping merchant.
Oh, bring back Pepe, bring back Lacazette, bring back this standard you want, this high standard. We couldn't get in the Champions League football. Yeah, bring them all back then, is it? Come on, you're talking shit now, bruh. Do you get me, bruh? What's going on in the world? Bring them all back.
I can't.
Bring them all back.
Pepe's been shit in France as well, Northside. Trust me, we ruined him, right?
Bobby, thank you very much.
He's been shit in France.
He's a complete player. This is what I don't like. This is what I don't like about football. Yeah, they can. At the end of the day, what's funny is Fuad is trying to justify to me that there's something about Havertz's game that is worth us paying £65 million. I can identify what Pepe's good at. Did I say he's a complete player? Did I say he was worth the price tag? Did I say that he's world class and ripping up trees? No. But if we're saying that Havertz that has been dog shit for Chelsea, Arteta can get the best out of, I can actually identify what Pepe is good at. Yeah. Why can't he get that out of Pepe? Because Pepe isn't the greatest dribbler. He isn't the greatest at reading the game in terms of releasing the ball, passing the ball, making the right decision in the final third. But his variation of how he can score different goals, if he can work around everything else I said he's not good at, there's a player there. So why is it that we can see it for Havertz? Well, this fan base can see it for Havertz, but we can't see what Pepe is good enough. And why can't this manager work on what the qualities are of Pepe and make him more direct? Not dribble on the ball too long. Not dabble on the ball too long and not release the ball too fast. That is what I'm saying. Did I say he's world class? No. Did I say he's the answer? No. But if this manager is not good enough hold on. If he's not good enough to make Lokonga world class, Nuntavaj world class, Turner world class, Kivior world class, Rob Holding world class, El Nene world class, Nketiah world class, why do we think we can do that with Havertz? You can't move the goalpost player by player. Do you get me? That is what I'm saying. I'm not saying start Pepe, but there's more that I've seen of Pepe than I've ever seen of Havertz. Ever. And that's a fact.
Oh, shut up, man.
I'd say one thing, and I agree with what Northside's saying in terms of if we're expecting him to bring out the best in Havertz, hopefully he does, right? I want to be sat here and Havertz has ripped shit up, as does Northside. We both want to be wrong, right? But if we've spent 65, 70 million quid on a guess, right? Why did we not buy Maddison? Why did we buy Maddison?
You see, forward, filho da puta. Be quiet, so filho da merda, yeah? Be quiet.
Well, because I'm honest with you, it's Arteta who got us. The problem is, Bobby, people like him.
Respect, my friend. Respect.
Yeah, Bobby. The reason is, there's a reason is, Madison's a good player, don't get me wrong, but he ain't all that, bro. It's only his fuckers who rate him.
Well, Madison ain't all that, yeah? But was performing in the
Man United didn't look at him.
But no. Madison's performing in a dead team, but he's dead, yeah?
He's dead as shit, bro.
Eddie Nketiah that's performing for Mikel Arteta, the greatest young manager we've ever seen. Yeah, we've ever seen.
That's your standard.
A team that's ticking, a team that's sourcing. Got the best players in the world. Eddie Nketiah still can't concrete a position in his place.
Facts. Championship football.
Yeah,
he should be in the championship where he belongs.
Yeah.
He belongs in the championship. He belongs in the championship, Madison. Facts. Don't come with that. Let's talk facts. You like facts, don't you? Oh, don't bring it.
And if we relied on your boys, El Nene, yeah? If we relied on your boys, El Nene and Nketiah, yeah? We would be heading to the championship as well. Let me tell you.
You're having a fucking laugh, bro. Yeah, I'm mad. Championship. Go get a championship midfielder. We're fucking running for the title. You want to be a championship midfielder? Stop contradicting yourself now, you donuts. You want to bring a relegation man? He's fucking shit, bro. Madison's shit, bro. Dead. Stay at Tottenham. Well, you know what? Tottenham's good for you. Or go in the championship. Go play in Celtic or somewhere. Because you're not good enough for that. So dead. Yo, these are the people who got high standards and want to bring midfielders who get relegated to our team. Shut up, bro. What standards is that? Because
hey, Rice almost got relegated. You're making it sound like it was something different. There was some great. You got no, bro. Come on, look. Okay, why?
Just like Basuma, dead.
Basuma.
I can't believe this. Comment. Calm down. Arteta first season won us 2 cups. Hold on. When did we start?
Don't argue with these. Bro, you can't class Charity Shield as a cup, please.
Oscar, you can't argue with these lot.
Please, come on.
Do you know these lot? They got standards.
Bro,
and they're talking about standards, bringing a guy who championship.
All respect, yeah, but you've got to bear in mind that was the lockdown season, yeah. And do you know who dragged him over the line that year? Who dragged him over the line on those 2 cups? Only 1 cup. That's the FA Cup, right? Aubameyang dragged him over the line, and he got rid of him. Do you know who else got over the line? Emi Martinez. Them 2 players.
Okay, all right. Wow, so that means Frank Lampard. Oh, so Emery's team. So we're going to talk about. To me, then, if we're going to go off that philosophy, so you're saying Emery's team. Emery's team actually won the FA Cup. That's what you're saying?
No. I'm saying Arteta. No.
At least you got common sense because you know what's coming next.
No. I'm saying Arteta managed to get the most out of 2 players that year.
Yeah, but I'm saying to you, Bobby, be realistic. Be realistic. Are the club now in a better place than we were before?
Yeah.
There it is. I answer the question. And now and now people like Northside who wants us to win the title, go and get a player do you know what? You might as well go and get Jemba. Bring back Jemba. I'd rather Jemba than fucking Madison, bro. Don't come with that. We want to win the league. Why
listen to Arsenal Mania.
That's
boys, great
this
fact,
is it,
right?
bro. Northside is over. I have just conquered him. Jemba to Arsenal.
I want to ask you something, right?
I don't rate Madison. He's fucking shit, bro.
I just want to ask you the hypothetical thing. I've asked it.
I don't rate Madison. He's shit.
You can't say how could he be shit? He was in the worst performing team, and look at his stats. They were better than Odegaard's apart from the goals.
That's why Odegaard's like, yo, listen, bro. I'm up here and you're down there. Yeah, stay where you belong.
Bro, okay. So you're telling me, okay, I'm going to ask you this, right? So, would Maddison have given Odegaard some competition?
No.
Of course
no, he's not even in our league, bro. He's not, no way.
What league? What league are you talking about?
He's not in Madison's league, bro. Madison's shit, bro. Madison's dead, bro. Madison's shit, bro.
But yet, you rate Eddie Nketiah, you rate Fabi Vieira, you rate Nuno Tavares, you rate Rob Holding, you rate El Nene, yeah, you rate Cedric, you rate Tommy.
All their players.
Yeah? It's funny that you rate these, man. These bums, absolute fucking bums. These don't do nothing, robbing a living here at Arsenal. Yeah, you're actual disgrace.
Yeah, you know what? You're a disgrace to football. All their bums that kept their teams in the Premier League.
Okay, what?
They're still in the Premier League. Went on low. Even Sammy Lukonga kept Palace up. And you want me to bring in fucking...
Bro, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Roy
The
Hodgson
level of
dropped him.
Arsenal Football Club is to keep a team up.
I have
Yeah?
school.
Is to keep a relegation side
No.
up. That is why your standards. This is why you're twerking.
No, you got no standards.
Xhaka, yeah, because you're
No.
a loser.
How can
Just
this
like
guy?
that You're an
this-
absolute loser, yeah. And
No,
so far as you met that
championship.
every single time. And you know what? I've had it up to here. How many times you only would turn up, yeah, when the narrative is in your favor. But guess what? When we bottled the league, you saw filo da puta. I didn't see you coming on the channel. On North side, send me the link. On North side, I want to jump on. On North side, what's the StreamYard? North side, holler me. I'm on the WhatsApp. Can you holler me, bro? I bet you chat to me, bro. For filo da merda. Hijo de puta, care chimba de mierda.
Yo, listen, whatever you say.
You don't want to come on the channel, innit? But now that we sound right,
Madison,
start twerking, shaking your bum, yeah.
Madison, dead.
I'm not hearing it, bro. I'm not hearing it because you only want to come on when it's selective. And I'm
The problem is, you all know
hearing it. This is probably your boy over here. I'm saying Arsenal fans are ungrateful. We're buying players.
I just spoke to stand this.
Yeah.
So everybody,
don't complain to me at the end of the season when we bottle it and you say to me, "Oh, we had a light squad." Then don't complain to me. So feel like oh, we couldn't get over the line. Yeah. Then I'm going to hear nothing. Yeah? But you probably go missing like your disciple, like your master over here. Yeah, in forward. Because forward. You've been on the channel now 2 years. You are the absolute master of going missing every single time we bottle the league. When we bottle top 4, is nowhere to be seen. Yeah? But
championship level.
Please understand, Cronky. I say be excited. So
championship level.
But you never want to come in and answer for your manager's sins. I'm not hearing it, bro. I'm not hearing it. You're going to keep getting muted because I don't care, filo da puta. You're going to keep hearing it because I'm sick and tired of hearing your crap, bro. Every time your youth Project Youth, Phase 4, every time it bottles, you never want to come on stream.
Project
yeah?
Youth.
But now all of a sudden you've got time. All of a sudden you ain't working. I ain't hearing it.
Yeah. Listen, I like I said, if you were the manager, we'll win the league by bringing that fucking J Mass. He's fucking shit, bro. Championship level, bro. Barnes is better than him. All of them are better than him. He is shit, bro. He is just a person who's like, he's shit. I don't want him nowhere near my club. I'm glad he's gone to Tottenham. Championship level.
10 goals. 10 goals.
Championship level. And look, when
10 goals in the Premier League.
Championship level.
Last year.
Championship level.
10
That's
goals.
what he is. He should be in the championship. In my opinion,
relegated.
In my opinion, Tottenham are lucky. Tottenham are, you know what, so desperate to have him, bro. That's my opinion. He don't belong in the Premiership. He belongs in the Championship. That's my thing. Jamie, that's my level, bro. That's his level in the Championship. He's got his team relegated. I'm talking facts. No, he kept them up, didn't he? I forgot. Yeah, he kept them up. Sorry, I'm lying.
Okay, bro. So I'm asking you this.
Bro. Bro. The standards. How can you have high standards for Arsenal? You want a Championship level player to come to your team.
How can you have high standards for Arsenal when you're working for Eddie Nketiah that's not won us nothing? How can you have high standards for Arsenal when you're trying to justify a manager who spent £500 million and ain't won us a major honour? How can you have high standards for Arsenal when we've got a team of dead wood players on the bench and you're still twerking for them? How can you have high standards for Eddie Nketiah that can't even bag us 20 goals? You were happy to get rid of Lacazette scoring 14 goals that we broke the transfer record for. You're happy when we did that. All of a sudden now, you're twerking for Eddie Nketiah. You're happy to get rid of Pepe and Eddie Nketiah has half the talent that Eddie Nketiah
you can't accept
that Pepe has. He hasn't got half the talent, yeah? How can you be happy? How can you be twerking when Rob Holding has failed at this club under numerous managers? You still want to keep him as a backup. How can you be happy when you are accepting Cedric staying at this club and Nuntabaj staying at this club and Tomiyasu staying at this club and we're not going out there and getting better? How can you be happy when we're going out and getting Kai Havertz, yeah, and we're not getting elite players from Chelsea or from our rivals, and you're happy and we're almost
happy we haven't got Madison.
How can you be happy about that? How can you be happy every season that we bottle it? You're still saying stop the process and you're behind the process and you want to get behind it and you're gassing it up. It's time to fucking win and I don't give a shit about nothing else. I'll tell you what, I'm a bury your manager next season.
It's all that. You're not a winner. You're not a winner.
You get ready, yeah? Because I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be Vince McMahon. I'm getting a fucking microphone, WWE, and I'm ripping into this final da puta. I want him out, you out, Ty out, Julian out, and every other final da puta that holds my club back. Because you know what? The fucking standards is about this, yeah? Not this bullshit that you're talking.
They bottled the Champions League.
It's about fucking trophies, not twerking for top 4. And you're an absolute disgrace because you're old enough to be my dad and you've seen the glory more than I have and you're twerking for top 4. Fuck that shit. Spend the money. Yo toca hacer esa pucaria. Give me the trophy or sack him right now. Him, Edu, Vinay, all of them, man. I don't give a shit. And Fuad, you can live along with them and go support the MLS. Yeah.
No.
Go support LA
I'm not being rude on anything.
Go support something like that.
Oh,
I don't
it's
know.
full of shit, bro.
Go support them, bro. The New York Red Bulls. Go support them, man. Then, because it's not about winning there. It's all about twerking, getting the banners out, getting the flares out. Yeah. It's all about making top 4. Fuck all that shit. I'm not with it. If you want to do that, get out of my club. I'm not done. I'm done with all that shit. Yeah. This is what my club is based on. Winning fucking honors. Yeah. Not twerking. If you just want to get top 4, go support Brighton. I'm done. You don't have to support Arsenal. Yeah? Do you know what? Fuck it. Go support Willstone Raiders. It ain't about winning. Go support Willstone Raiders.
You know what it is, bro? You're not about winning, bro. I got higher standards than you.
Go lower the standards over there.
You got no standards, bro.
Fuad,
you got no standards, bro.
Fuad, with all due respect, yeah, I'll be honest with you. You've got to be honest. For 2 seasons, look, I'm not complaining. We've got Rice. Well, Havertz is unproven, right? Timber, we don't know, but I'm hoping. I've got a lot of hope this year, right? Bob, but all I want to say to you, Fuad, is you've got to bear in mind this manager bottled it. This manager bottled it this year. He bottled it last year. Yeah? He bottled it 2 years in a row at the same time.
They can't handle it, bro. They talk. The thing is, I'm going to say it how it is, all right? Havertz, I'm not going to judge him as an Arsenal player till I see him in the Arsenal pitch. That's it. I'm not going to make no judgment of him no more. I'm going to leave it on that note. No, you can't.
Champions League.
No,
you said
but now it's Arsenal. I can't judge him. Because if he smashes it and you guys think he ain't good enough, that means you guys are wrong and you won't admit that. So don't go on it. All right? You will, but this buffoon next to you won't. So listen, all right? I know you will, but he won't. So let's see like that. So what we'll do with Havertz, we'll leave it on this. We'll judge him in the Arsenal jersey. And then all I got to tell you is this. If I ever hear a no side talk about standards again, don't you ever mention that fucking shit championship level player to bring him to my team called Madison. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? That is my standards. Declan Rice is my standards. A European cup winner. That is my standards. Keeping West Ham up. That is my standards. Not standing into the championship. I don't care about any of you YouTubers. You talk about Jurrien. What about all the rest of you contact who follows each other and say, we like Madison? Madison is fucking shambolic.
No, he's not, bro. He's in the England team.
What is your standard, Fuad? Let's define your standard.
I'm winning the league next season because we built for it.
No. What's your standard about bringing in an individual into this club? What's your standard?
My standard is, as long as he fits the system and he's going to do it for Arsenal, that's it.
Not what you said about Declan Rice. You said he's a winner.
Yeah, he's a winner. He's more than a winner. Fucking man.
So is Lokonga a winner? Is Odegaard a winner? Is Eddie Nketiah a winner?
They're better. They're more than Madison. They kept dancing in the.
Okay.
That's not why I asked you.
The league though.
There's no why.
You said, wait there. You said,
he's fumbling.
Let me ask you a question. I'm not bubbling, bro.
No, you like Odegaard. You like Lokonga. You like Fabio Vieira. Are they winners? Are Cedric a winner?
Yeah. He kept Fulham in the Premier League, didn't he? That's winning to me.
Okay,
my cousin. Yeah, but you want a player who got us relegated. He's fucking
wait. He
this is your level.
Premier League. That's winning to me.
No, but why would I want?
These are the fans. This is the fan base that we.
No. Why would
he kept the team?
Madison shit.
Team in the Premier League.
Madison shit. Championship level.
Wow.
This is in the Championship, mate.
Wow.
Fulham's in the Premier League. You talk about your cousin. At least they finished fucking second.
How is not getting relegated being a winner? I thought there's only one winner each season.
No, but your standard is, I want Arsenal to win the league. We're there. This is your standard. I do not side, no. Madison's a winner.
Fuad, I can hear the Undertaker music. It's finished.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Madison's yo.
It's gone down to the count.
Okay.
2, 3, it's
brilliant.
over.
No. Madison. You guys got no levels. Madison. All right, wait there. It's Fulham in the Premier League. Now, you talk about midfielders. Would you rather Pellegrini from Fulham or fucking Madison? Who would you rather? Fucking Madison.
Okay.
You got no standards. You're bringing a fucking
I'm going to ask
championship.
you one question, right?
No, you're talking rubbish, bro. Madison's in the championship. Prove it. Wait. Prove to me why Madison should be in Arsenal. Prove it to me.
Bobby,
I'll answer it right now.
Madison's dead.
Okay?
Madison.
Let me answer this. Okay, Fuad.
Madison's dead.
Question
I'm not rattled. No side. Madison shit. You got no standards, no side. You're the one who says, I want Madison. Eddie Nketiah is better than Madison, even if he's a midfielder. Madison shit, bro. How do you want a championship level?
Fuad, let me answer this question. Let me ask you this.
Cry baby, no side. Do you know what? I love it. Edu's proved you wrong too. He got a big deal done. Something you said he couldn't do. Prove me wrong. Everything you say is you contradict yourself. I got big standards, but I want Madison. You're full of shit, bro.
What?
Madison. I'd rather fucking have TV Kamara. He's fucking dead. Stop talking. Yo, you YouTubers gotta stop with this Madison talk and all that. Let Mikel Arteta do what he gotta do. You know, he knows what he's doing. I think Madison. Come on, boys. I got standards. I want a championship player. What standard is that?
I'm gonna say this one point to you, right? And that's it, okay? So how much money, okay, I'm gonna ask you both this. How much money would we get for ESR right now? Maybe about 35 mil? Yeah? We get about 30 mil for ESR.
We get more than that.
Yeah? 35 mil. 30 mil, yeah? So let me ask you this then. Madison's in the England team. The first England team. The England team.
World Cup. Don't win that.
ESR's not in the England squad.
Yeah, Smith Rowe's much better than him. Smith Rowe's much better than him. The problem with you Arsenal fans is fucking so right, he's shit, bro.
How come he's not in the? How come he's in the under-21s?
Bro, I wouldn't want Madison. I don't care about England. England are fucking shit to me. I wouldn't want Madison in our reserves, bro. That's how shit he is. He is a championship player, bro. That's his level. That's the truth.
Bro, he scored 10 goals.
I don't care. And he got relegated, Bob. Facts. Prove me wrong. Where's Leicester too? Let's have a look on the table. Let's get the Premier League table. Let's have the last laugh on this. Let me get the Premier League table up. Where is fucking Leicester? Oh, I can't see her. The fucking shit, bro. He's a dead player.
Okay.
Hey, dog.
Okay.
He's a YouTube player. You YouTube fans of it because you don't like Martin Odegaard. Martin Odegaard, sitting second, unlucky to win the title. He's fucking playing championship football.
Okay, cool.
Dead, bro.
When we got Cedric, did he come from a winning team? When we got Lokonga, did he come from a winning team? When we got Muntavaj, did he come for a team that just won something?
Let's talk about
when we got Marquinhos, did he come for a team that just won something? No, that's your standard. You're saying, oh, look at where he's coming from. He ain't that good, yeah? Cool. When we got El Nene, did he come from a winning side? Did he or did he not? Answer the flipping
Sammy Lokonga kept Palace up.
No,
answer my question this season.
Keeping someone up is not winning a cup. Keeping someone up is not winning a cup. So please, yeah, this is not. I'm not. That's like the argument. Oh, we got top 4, so we won. No. Did he win a trophy with armpits in the air?
Yo, you have got no standards, bro.
Since when did this not become a trophy? Yeah. When did
Madison's fucking?
This, I know. Hold on. When did this not become a trophy? All of a sudden, Fuad's part of this new age fans that it's about league position, yeah, or saving you from relegation. Either you get top 4 or you get saved from relegation. Fuad, you're absolute disgrace because I can take it from these 18-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds. I swear you're like 55. You're like a 55-year-old DJ Khaled, and you're coming here talking absolute bucaria, talking diarrhea, gonorrhea, every diarrhea out there. What are you talking about? Yeah. Anyway, let's listen. It is what it is. Fuad.
Tell for the championship.
Fuad is making
the championship
arguments.
Nah, you guys are fools, bruh. Fools, bruh. Don't ever, bruh. Don't just say Arteta.
That's your boy
fools,
as well.
Bro.
And he's even saying this in a logical argument.
He hates Arteta. I've never agreed with him in my life, Hussein. I've never agreed with him in my life. Let me tell you something. All these YouTubers, bro, ain't none of them my boys, bro. That's the truth about it. They're all just following sheeps. That's what I call them, sheeps. Every YouTuber out there's a sheep. I got my own opinion. I don't rate every YouTuber put it. Fuad.
You know what's funny about your own opinion? Your opinion is the same as all the majority of this fan base, but you think it's an original opinion. Your opinion is literally the same. Your opinion is the same as 95% of this fan base, and you think it's original. 95% of this fan base are twerking for Havertz. So are you. You think it's an original.
Talking facts.
95% of this fan base, yeah,
I'd rather fucking
with just Declan Rice not doing anything else, and you think you're original. Nah, bro, you're a DJ Khaled version of.
No.
You're a DJ Khaled version of Ty.
Brother,
That's what you are.
I'd rather Havertz, who's done it on a big stage, with that. I'd rather Havertz done it on a big stage, scored the winning Champions League goal, lifted the Champions League, than some fucker who got his team relegated. Yeah, that's your standards. Next question. Talking shit to both of you. Come on, bro.
Fuad, I'm going to ask you this one question.
Havertz is shit.
So
you're all copying with them. Shit,
hey, big up to Jez. Big up to Jez. I don't see Jez. Big up to you,
that
man.
fucking
Big up to you.
Madison. Fucking shit, bro. Dead. Shit, bro. Madison's shit.
Big up to Jez, man. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Arsenal history and more.
Bobby,
Bobby, what was you saying?
Bro. I don't rate him, bro.
Bobby, what was you saying?
I just think realistically now, Fuad, right, you're going to have to accept that at some point Arteta is going to have to be really stepping it up this year. He's got to know that he's bottled it 2 years in a row. He's got to come out next year and do something really significant, right? So he bottled top 4. He bottled the league. I'm not saying I'm not throwing him under the bus, but what I'm saying is we should have won the league last year. A lot of players capitulated, right? So if he's fixing those gaps now, I still think Odegaard went missing last year. So we're willing to get rid of Partey, upgrading with Declan Rice. But what I'm trying to say is, why on earth Havertz isn't an upgrade on anyone in that team? He's not an upgrade.
81. My G, big up. Big excellent. My G, #1. These guys ain't ready for me, bro. They can't handle the smoke. But yo, listen, we got to be honest. Partey is still at the club. We don't know if he's leaving. It's all people talking on Twitter, bro. It's not concrete evidence. Arsenal have a club on the website. No, I don't think he's leaving. Because, till I see
so what do you think our business will be by the end of the transfer window?
Oh, bro, do you know what? To be honest with you, we bought how many players in now? 3? Bro, I don't know if they're going to bring any more in. I'll ask them.
What would you rate the transfer window? Because in January, you was rating it 10 out of 10.
Oh, where's your evidence, you donut? This is why you're a world-class donut. Where's your evidence?
You want me to get the donut? You want me to get the evidence? I'm live again tomorrow.
What?
No problem, my friend. Yeah, I'll clip you up like I clipped up Deji. I'll go back.
You can clip up I'll clip these clippers on your shit locks. Come on, bro. You ain't clipping that, bro.
Cool. What business do you think we'll do by the end of the transfer window?
You know what? I think after the Declan Rice, deal, I think it's going to be a lot of outgoings. I don't know. Maybe one more player. I'll say. I don't know. It might be that Southampton player, or it might be a striker. And
that's it. One or the other.
Yeah, I don't think the club,
as well as Timber. You mean already? Yeah.
Yeah. I think Timber. I think Timber, Declan Rice, and Havertz are gonna, and I think they might get the Southampton player for some reason. Lavia, yeah. And I think if Partey stays, I think Xhaka will go. I think they're selling Eddie. I think they're selling Balak for 50 million.
No one's spending 50 million on him.
I know, but that's the range. But that's the asking price. They want, I think, 8 million on Holding, and I think Northside's cousin's going for like 20 million.
Okay. What about your cousin El Nene? Are we keeping him?
No chance.
I think my cousin's going.
Okay. Why on earth have we not sold him to Saudi?
Yeah, that's why I say he's going.
He should go there. They'd come in and pay big money for El Nene.
That's why Arsenal.
Let him go.
Yeah, but that's why Arsenal give him a year contract so they can get money out of him, bro.
Yeah. if they can get him gone to Saudi, take the money and run.
Yeah, they're talking about. Yeah, there's rumors saying Muhammad Ali could go to Saudi Arabia. And then
I'd love it.
I know how much you're talking. How much are you saying?
5 mil?
No.
10?
About 15, 20 mil.
No chance.
Trust me, bro.
No chance.
Calm. I'm going to put the same question to Bobby. Bobby, what? By the time this transfer window closes, what business do you think Arsenal are going to be done with?
Okay. In a realistic terms, what's going to probably happen is obviously we've got Rice over the line. We've got Havertz. We're going to get Timber in. I think we'll probably get. I think we might get an additional, maybe midfielder, but that cost of the midfielder will either mean we're getting rid of Partey. So I think Partey and Xhaka are gone. if we get another midfielder in. I think that's what they've done. I think what they've tried to do is they've played it quite clever. They thought, you know what, Partey's on 200 grand plus a week now. We bring Declan Rice in at 200 grand, and Partey's a bit older. They're not going to have two. They're not going to have Partey on 200 grand a week and then Rice on 200 grand a week. They're not going to hold that in the same midfield at all, especially one of them being on the bench. Arsenal are too stingy like that. So I think we'll probably get not far a million miles away from what Fuad said, probably Lavia or another midfielder similar to that. But I don't think it's enough, to be honest. I think we need to be honest. If we're keeping hold of Reece, he's not somebody that's going to rip it up in the Champions League. Let's be honest. If Eddie's going, why are we not giving Balogun at least a chance? Give him a chance, because do you know why? The World Cup's in America. He's just signed up for American now. He's for the American national team, the USA national team. If he has any form of an impact in the run-up to that World Cup and he's got a bit of a light on him for one season, he plays in the Premier League and he has a similar season to what Eddie does, we then get rid of him for some money. I think if Eddie's going, and I don't think he goes to Brighton, because I don't think they see him. If Brighton were going to sign a striker, they don't sign Eddie, because they sign someone who they think is going to be worth 80 million. Eddie's never worth that money. So I think that's all we get. I think we get Lavia, but I don't think it's enough. I think we need another goalkeeper. Somebody that really competes with Ramsdale, someone who's better than Ramsdale. But I don't think we're doing enough.
Yeah, I think for me, we need a world-class striker. We need a world-class right winger. We need a world-class right back. We need a world-class centre midfielder. We need a world-class number 10. And then I'll be happy. I don't care. At the end of the day, too many transfer windows. While Arteta's been here, we've not done what we needed to do. I don't want the excuse, once again, that we have a light squad. For me, go out there, get the top players. Well done in getting Declan Rice. We have rotation for Partey. We need better than Xhaka. We need better than Odegaard. We need better than Jesus. We need better than Saka, or as good for rotation. We need better than Ben White, because there's deficiencies. Yeah. And we need better than Ramsdale, because I don't think he's world class. I think he's a good goalkeeper.
He's not.
I don't think he's world class. So
he's not a great goalkeeper. He's not a great goalkeeper.
All right,
He's not a great goalkeeper.
Bobby, no, son, I put a question to you both. Would you take Schmeichel?
No. No.
Schmeichel?
No. He's past his best. No.
Which one, Peter? You're joking.
No. If this club was actually serious, yeah, with everything that was going on with Mbappe, we'd go out and get Mbappe. If we're 100%, serious, 100%, the guy does not want to know where he's at, go put the money down. The guy probably grew up watching Thierry Henry. Use that to your advantage. Use everything to your advantage. Yeah? If you're serious, go out there, get me Mbappe. Yeah? Whether you rate him higher than Haaland or not, they're the two best young strikers in the world. Go out there and get it done.
Yeah.
But you know one thing I rate what is. It's like I know what Northside's saying, you're saying about Mbappe, but do you know the reality is, I don't think people might think I'm crazy now, but I don't think it's impossible not to get, because you know, okay, I'll give you an example. Do you know remember when Man City were arguing with Tottenham about Kane's, they wanted Kane, didn't they? They found out, a source told them, listen, Borussia Dortmund and Haaland had a massive breakdown and fallout. They pulled out of Man City, said, what do you want? They said, we'll take anything. Man City said, what, anything? They said, 62 million. That's how much he paid, 62 million, innit? Bam, take the 62 million. So I could see him going to a team that's like Real Madrid, Man City, or maybe Barcelona. No, just them two. I could see Barcelona, Real Madrid, or Man City.
He's a massive Real Madrid fan. He's a massive Real Madrid fan. Like, we've got photos of him as a kid, and everything was about Real Madrid. But I think realistically, Northside's dreams don't always happen. Even if we had him for a season or two, whilst Real Madrid sort their shit out, I'd take him. You know what I mean? 100%. And it's not like we've not got the money. We spent £105 million on a player who won European Conference League. no matter what we say, yeah, Rice is a good player, but he's not worth £105 million. Nobody believes that.
Not worth it, no.
But Bobby, do you think it's more money though? Because I heard, I don't know, I heard, don't know if it's true, but like what Dave Osteen was saying it, and Dean Jones. And Dean Jones is quite good. He's a good source. Like he was the one who said about Declan Rice. He said, "Listen, I know Man City's going in for him, but he's still favourite to go Arsenal." He said that last week.
Fair play to him.
Yeah.
But I think
he's quite good, Dean Jones. But I like people like that. Like Dave Ornstein said to him, like, I know many people don't like Dave Ornstein. Sometimes he gets it wrong, but sometimes he gets it right. But he said in July, Arsenal will release more transfer money. And that's what Fabio said there, Romario, and all of them. So you just got to wait and see, innit? If it's true or it's not. Because, so...
I think the thing for me is, like, realistically, we spent more on Declan Rice than Real Madrid spent on Bellingham.
Yeah, he's English though, isn't he?
So is Declan Rice.
Yeah, but it's English tax, isn't it? Over here, isn't it? You've got to pay that tax fee, isn't it? Like West Ham got to pay tax every time. Like now, I know it's 105 million, but it's going to be West Ham have to pay tax for some of that, isn't it?
Do you know what, Bobby? Do you know how I look at it? You can do the cheapskate thing, yeah, like Liverpool did. But eventually, to get yourself over the line, we came second in the league, yeah? When Liverpool just needed that extra to get over the line, were they penny pinching for Alisson? Were they penny pinching for Van Dijk? They identified the players they needed, they had a good base, and then they added the players that were necessary to get them over the line. There comes a time where we have to stop penny pinching, yeah? And we haven't penny pinched with Declan Rice, we tried it. But we need more. And do you know why we need more, Fuad? Because in January, we didn't do what needed to be done. In the summer, we didn't do what needed to be done. Even though last January, we got rid of 6 players, were promised a big summer, and we didn't get a big summer. We got Zinchenko and Jesus, and the midfield was still live. So the reason I'm demanding so much more this transfer window is because in the past transfer window, when they've promised us big summers and big transfer windows, they haven't delivered. So now get it done. Get it done.
I don't, you know what, personally?
Let's be real. We didn't get to second because Edu was doing sublime business in the transfer window. To be honest, I'm going to give Arteta a little bit of props. We got to second because of Arteta. But let me tell you this. It's great getting second. But listen, the only way you can progress from second is getting first. And if you can't get first, you need to go.
Yeah, but do you think? I don't know, Bob. Maybe Bobby might agree with me though. I think if we do spend a few more players in this summer, I think we bring no one in January. So I think if we bring in another 2 players, I can't see Arsenal spending money in January then.
Do you know what? I think the main thing, you don't know what's going to happen in terms of injuries, and you don't know who's not going to be informed. But I'll be honest with you, we lost the title in January. Do you know why? We lost it twice. Okay, I'll mention this, and I'm not going to be a skeptic, but there's 2 points I think we lost the title. I think we lost it when we bottled it for going for Felix. Because I think he's definitely an upgrade. He would have added more options. Arteta would have felt confident enough playing him in that front 3. No matter what you say, how he's done at Chelsea, because look, there's a player in there, you know that yourself as well, Northside being Portuguese. There's a real person in João Felix. And Mudryk, if he'd come into an Arsenal team with what he had, not that Chelsea team, it would have been a different scenario. And I think, not because I'm saying Trossard's nothing. I love Trossard, right? I think he's a great signing. But what I'm trying to say is Arteta didn't get his main targets. And because he didn't get his main targets, he didn't have enough confidence to change the team up when it mattered. Right? That's it. So you imagine, like, look, he's brought in Trossard. He's brought in Kivior. He didn't have enough confidence. He was playing holding again. Get that player that you believe is going to get you over the line for that next 6 months. And we didn't do it. Kivior, yes, if you believe he's there for the future, what's going to win you this season? It wasn't Kivior. He knew that himself. And he knows, look, Jesus Christ, Saliba didn't pull his back randomly, like walking around or anything. He's obviously, they've got million worth of medical bills on these guys. They know that this guy's got back problems. It's not like alien. They know that next year he's gonna have back
next season.
problems.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So he's gonna drop a lot more games. The time we lost the season this year, this is gonna be topical. It's when Man City came back against Liverpool. It wasn't when we bottled against Liverpool. Arsenal players' heads went when Liverpool were 1-0 up against Man City, and then we bottled it 4-1. I bet they're all watching it in the lounge or something like that, Arsenal lounge, and they saw City step up a gear. And as soon as they saw that, they shit themselves and they all bottled it. Not all of them, but most of the key players. Saka became tired under the pressure.
But it's like
physically, mad. Would win the league with Mbappe, yeah? I'm gonna keep it real with you. As much as I want Mbappe, yeah, I'm gonna keep it 100% real with you, yeah. Winning this league against Man City is not just about the players that you have; it's about the manager that you have as well, yeah. And as much as I can criticize the squad that we have, certain players ain't good enough. This manager showed me in pressure moments 2 seasons in a row. He doesn't have the minerals. He doesn't have the minerals to compete on multiple fronts. He doesn't have the minerals, yeah, to make the right decisions in game. He doesn't make the substitutes fast enough. He's not tactically versatile enough. And that is why I believe, just based on the manager, it doesn't matter who you give this manager. I don't believe, as a manager and the way you manage the team, even not playing players, which Fuad agreed, players that were in form like Trossard, players at times that were in form like Nketiah, he's not of the level that he understands how to tactically be versatile and to understand when players are in form, you play them. When players have that purple patch, you play them. How to rotate a squad, how to maneuver a squad, when to make substitutions in the right moments. And this is why it doesn't matter who you give this manager, he will fail. All I want is this manager to be given everything he wants, so that when he fails, there's no excuse. Because I tell you what, this fan base were ready, yeah, Game of Thrones style, to cut the head off of Unai Emery that wasn't given what he wanted, wasn't given phase 3, phase 4, phase 5, wasn't given a project youth, wasn't given £500 million to spend plus, yeah, and yet they were ready to be lethal with him and get him out of the club. This manager had beyond the patience that we had for Unai Emery. Next season, you don't win in the league, sack him right now. There is no more excuses anymore. You spent the money, you got what you wanted. No manager gets all the players that they wanted. You've had enough money to spend to get us winning major honors. Yeah, at least one of them. Not good enough. So that's how I'm going to end. Bobby, big up for jumping on, bro.
Good seeing you,
Fuad, thank you for giving me 2 hours of headache once again. It definitely wasn't missed, but good seeing you, bro.
Yo, no, sorry, I'm on Twitter now, innit? So catch me on Twitter, Prince Fuad on Twitter. So
there you go. There you go. If you want some more delusional takes on football, make sure you
come on Twitter. I got all the talks for you. I got all the resources.
Listen, it is what it is, man. We've got to keep high standards. This is our club. And Bobby, Fuad, make sure you come back. And people, make sure you like and subscribe. Help the channel out. We're almost hitting 3.1K. Help the channel out. And yeah, without further ado, I'm out. Safe.